Good morning.
Morning. Oh my God, I was so rested.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Vegan Realist.
Vegan realist. Jan, how are you guys this morning?
I'm sleepy.
It's sunny out today. It rained all flipping day yesterday. I mean,
Really?
when I say rained, it rained. It poured.
It was overcast here, but I don't.
Windy.
It,
Windy. Oh my God, you should have seen the wind.
really?
Yes. My husband was saying there was trees that, went down and it was horrible. Horrible.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It rained a little bit this weekend, but not too bad. Just enough. We need more rain.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh
Ugh.
yeah.
We did absolutely nothing all weekend. Hubby played
Yeah.
with the truck. And
Of course. How long
I
do you think it'll take them to get that ready? Hey, Mimi.
forever. Good morning, Mimi. Forever.
Oh my God.
Mimi
I had to live
5150.
twice.
I just got it.
That's an
Duh.
inside joke. We can't tell you
That
guys
is
what
so
that is,
funny.
but it's so freaking funny.
I love it.
That's a cool name too.
Miss B,
Very cool
you're
name.
a funny girl. You are a funny girl.
Very funny girl. I'd only tell the story if she said it was okay. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was very, very, very cute.
that was cute. Good morning, Evelyn.
Hey,
Yeah,
Evelyn.
I fell down the rabbit hole this weekend of tiny houses.
Oh, yes, we did fall down that rabbit
But
hole.
my tiny houses ended up being 3,000 square feet.
Well, see, my thing about tiny houses, it got to be under like no more than 600 square feet. Like that's my tiny house. These guys, their tiny houses are like 1,800 square feet, which to me isn't a tiny house. But
Yeah, I want a tiny mansion.
yeah, she
Well,
wants a tiny mansion.
I did kind of pull back from it because when it went to the 2 stories, I'm like, no, come on, seriously, for real. I mean, do you need an unfinished attic? You don't, because the dogs that I have, I mean, they're prone to hip dysplasia, so it's like, eh. So yeah,
Yeah. So
I just and I feel so bad about my one dog's uh hips as it is, so I don't want them, you know.
yeah, you don't want anything that they have to climb. I
Right.
know Katie, before we put her down, she couldn't jump up on the bed anymore. She couldn't even go, like if we put a stool next to the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morning,
so she
Ben.
couldn't.
Morning, Joy.
Ben, how are you?
Oh, it must be granddaughter weekend.
Hey, Joy.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought the staircase was a little bit, but like we've said before, like, off of here, how much of your home do you really live in? I mean, if your kids are grown and gone, or even if you have if your kids are grown and gone, I mean, how much area do you actually live in the home you're in now? Like what, 3 rooms,
Yeah,
right? Not counting
yeah.
bathrooms.
Not counting the bathroom. It's the kitchen, the living room, and the bedroom.
Yeah.
So seriously, some of the tiny houses that I've seen, and believe me, trust me, I've seen a lot of them, do have stairs going up to the loft. But the thing is, once you get into the loft, you can't like stand up. There's a limited amount of closet space.
I don't know.
The only problem I see with having a really tiny house is if you have, if you're going to have company.
Yeah.
No, and that's the only problem I see.
And I agree with Jen. That's my thing too with the tiny houses.
Baths is a must.
I want 2 baths. I've lived in a 1-bathroom home for quite a while with 2 people, and it just, no. I don't know.
I want a bathtub. I want a bathtub. I want one of
Five
those big
bedroom,
bathtubs. No.
small house. You miss your storage. I was told last night that we're now building sheds. Didn't know this till last night, but apparently they were at a home that they were working on, my husband and his crew, and there was a really, really nice shed. And so he and his brother have decided that they're going to build his brother's shed first and see how it goes. And then they're going to build us one. So I'm like, oh, okay, didn't know this. Mm-hmm.
Some of the sheds are that I've seen, and people convert all kinds of things into houses now. But I've seen people convert sheds into houses. I've
Yeah,
seen people convert, what are those other things? Those box cars or whatever you
that would
those.
be cool.
Yeah, I've seen people convert an airplane into a tiny house. I've seen them convert
The school buses.
uh yeah, like a train car into a tiny house. I mean, just about everything.
See, I think that would be cool. To have
Joy says we scaled back from 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 4,000 square feet to a small house, 1 floor, but I missed my storage.
yep.
Yeah. The only thing with storage that you can do is like just have a shed or whatever for your storage. I'm talking about Christmas stuff and stuff that, you only use once a year. So, yeah, I had 2 walk-in closets. So trying to go through and get rid of clothes, shoes, and other things I don't use. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one because there's things in here that, you've got some family and stuff that you don't want to get rid of. If possible, give to other family members,
Yeah.
at least for me anyways. But, you know,
And it's like we were talking about, if you had like a tiny house with 2 little bedrooms in it, okay, it's bigger than a tiny house. It's maybe 1,000 square feet. But if you had 2 bedrooms and 2 closets, like you could
right.
so divvy that up between a married couple, like one's his and one's hers, They wouldn't
Morning,
all have to
Kathy.
fit. Good morning, Kathy. They wouldn't all have to fit in like one closet. Cause like when are your guests coming over? Never. We
Well,
met.
see, the amount of guests that we get here is so few and far between that
Right.
I think we could figure something out. But maybe two tiny houses. I don't know. I don't know.
I just kind of want to start looking for property now,
Right.
outside the city,
Right.
out in the country a little ways. Doesn't have to be real far out, but out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, kind of get that done, get it set up, and then start looking. Get a
Exactly.
big backyard.
But you want a lot of land, right? Your
Yeah.
compound. Your
Yeah. I want a
compound.
compound. I do.
But a big backyard. Yeah. Uh, my husband wants a big yard. He does. He's an outdoorsy type person. So he wants to have a place where you know, he can do his practice target shooting and stuff like
Yep. Yep.
fishing, maybe a pond where he can fish.
Yes. A big backyard
Yeah.
fence for the dogs. That's an absolute must.
Yes,
I would love to
absolutely.
I don't know. I've been thinking about this for like the last year and I haven't done it. And I was kind of kicking myself in the butt because I thought, you've had all this time to kind of do this and you haven't done it. But, it's not if, it's when.
Right.
Getting my certification to train hunting dogs
Mm-hmm.
and do it. That would be so fun. That would be cool
Well, yeah.
for the trials and all that kind of
And
stuff that they
people
do.
pay you to do that.
Mm-hmm. Big money.
I wonder how you train a hunting dog.
We'll start
Just
when they're
throw one
really
of
young.
those rubber rabbits out there and you have them retrieve it.
They have the little, not decoys, but they're more like I don't know, like a Bowie thing that they
Oh,
float in the water so that if you throw them into the marsh, they float.
did you ever watch Duck Dynasty?
Do what?
Duck Dynasty. Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
remember when Cy got a poodle
Yes.
on a TikTok.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Actually, they're supposed to be excellent hunting
And
dogs.
they were. It was, but it was so funny because the other guys were like, "You got a poodle for a hunting dog." Like it was so
Right.
hilarious.
Right.
I used to love that show. I wish they still made it.
I know. So y'all are going to convert your garage into a YouTube studio? That would be cool, Evelyn.
Yeah, it would be. I could have a studio here, but it would be upstairs, and every time I wanted a cup of coffee, I'd have to come downstairs. So it would be kind of a pain in the ass.
Mariah Woods. I'm writing down our suggestions that we get for true crime.
Okay,
With my little
Kathy
tablet.
says you're doing true crime, right? If so, look into the Mariah Woods case. Okay,
I will.
we will look into that. Definitely. We only do it on Thursday nights. Um, Tomorrow we're going to do one that's pretty funny. Where this true crime. What is it? What did we say we were going to name it? Dumbest criminals or crimes.
Yeah,
and I've already got one put together for this week. So you guys will have to come in tomorrow to see it. It's pretty funny. Well, it's funny at the same time. It's pretty racy. Ugh.
Oh, the Black Panther that he saw, that was a good one too. Yes, I will train your delinquent dog as long as it's not as bad as Two Tacos. If it's as bad as Two Tacos, I don't know. Yeah. You're going to the trial, Kathy. Ooh, we might have to interview you.
Yes. Can we interview you?
I won't know how to operate. Right. An audiovisual engineer. Dear God. You're lucky. You're very lucky.
Got some other cases we're doing with some other interviews we're going to do. That's, I think you guys will find interesting.
Why do they say that the poodle is the smartest dog when they actually let people cut their hair like that? I mean, have you seen some of the haircuts? Because they don't know to run or what?
I don't know. Because it got curly hair.
Oh, they found her by your house. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Creepy. Creepy.
That is creepy. That's when we were talking about the case last week. It was the case of Marsha Trimble, and we were talking about how it changed how people, kids did things back then because of how
back when dinosaurs roamed the earth when I was a child.
Said that. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, you. Oh, yes. No, but it changed how you guys did things, how kids did things, because, they didn't go trick-or-treating anymore, and they didn't go caroling, they didn't
play but like your parents had to be right up your butt.
Yes, your parents and you know how kids love to have their parents around them all the time.
Yep. It was the origination of helicopter parenting for me, which was just so fun. Yeah.
But
yeah, I'd love to. I want to train dogs. I want to get a whole bunch of acreage. And I don't know.
Do you ever see that? Do you ever hear about that story of that woman that supposedly she had a, what do you call those dogs that search out bodies?
Bloodhounds?
No, I don't. But she had trained this dog, but she had planted
yes.
She had planted like bones and stuff so that it would look like she was,
had a super dog.
She had a really super good dog, but actually what it was she was planting things, and then her dog would find these bones and stuff. That was pretty weird. Maybe we'll do that one day.
The trails. Oh, hey, Kevin. How are you?
Hi, Kevin. Thank you for coming.
Can you imagine being the person of the family member of a missing person, only to find out later that she had lied about that?
I can't.
That's
Actually, I
horrible.
think that's horrible that what she did. I don't know. She got charged, I think, with a crime for
Oh,
doing
Mariah
that.
Woods was 3 years old? Oh, that's sad. Babies.
Where was that? Where did you read that?
Kathy was saying that, it's crazy sad what happened to the 3-year-old.
Okay, was it a murder or
Yeah,
just a,
I believe so. I
no, it
think
was a
that's
murder.
the Mariah Woods
I'll
that she
have to
wants
look that
to.
up. I haven't heard of that case, but
Well,
we
we're
will look it
glad
up.
you're up, Kevin.
Yes, very glad. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that.
10 acres. My husband said no.
I
So
wanted
we're
a house that had 10 acres. Well, misdemeanor wants a 50 acre,
yeah,
50. So
or more.
we're in a subdivision and he hates it. So I'm constantly saying if we bought that house I wanted, we'd have no neighbors.
And HOAs are Satan. Absolutely.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That they're the
I've
worst.
never lived in a place. Hey, Jason.
And some of what they charge, my God, so that they can tell you that, you can only have this type of shingle if you're going to re-roof your house, or you can only paint your door this color. Or it's like, dude, my mortgage is XYZ. I'm paying HOA fees of XYZ. My property taxes are XYZ.
Are
And
you
I
talking
can't,
about like condos or
well, HOA is homeowner associations. It could be subdivisions, it could be
subdivisions? Yeah.
condos, townhouses, whatever, but you can actually have a freestanding home where you've bought the property and the home. You're paying a mortgage on it. Oh, that's my sister. I shall
Okay.
return. Hold on.
Yeah, we have condos right across the street from us, and they just have a little balcony, but they're all condos, but they're all together, like they're like a row house, if you will. And High Life is a gym, and yeah, they pay their HOA fees or whatever it is. I don't really know how it works. I've never lived in a condo, but their grass is cut, and they don't have to do any of that stuff. Holly Bobo case is a sad but good one. Nursing student taken from her house. Brother watched them. Oh, I think I remember that one, Joy. Did it end up? Did it end up? It was the brother. I don't know if that was the same one I'm thinking of. Did it? But did it end up that it was the brother that did it, or was charged with it? I used to live in Irvine. The whole city only allowed 3 colors of house paint: light beige, medium beige, and dark beige. Variety is the spice of life. Yeah, I can't get over your name. I'm just laughing at your name. It's so funny. But yeah, so that's the one I'm thinking of, but I'm not sure if that's the one, Doyling. Refresh my memory. And they charged her brother with it. I don't know. But I kind of remember that. Was she going to check her mail or something? And kids got her, or he said the kids got her and took her out in the woods. There's so many cases to do. Like, it's just, being on the internet, you see all these cases, watching ID channel, you see all these cases all the time. And it's so sad. So sad. But, there's no shortage of cases to do.
Okay, I'm just going to listen for her. And I think they're going to have to put our little Pomeranian down.
Oh no, why?
Um, well, we don't know much about him because he's a little rescue. And his previous owner was a hospice patient. And so when she passed away, my sister took him, and because there wasn't anybody else. And so he's cute as can be. I mean, he's so tiny. He weighs like 3 pounds, maybe. but don't really know how old he was, how what his health condition was, or anything like that. And uh, but basically, he started this running thing, and he just runs and runs and runs and runs like crazy. And don't really know what's up with that, but uh, he's got a cough now. He's been having like these little seizures where he just kind of passes out and just flops over like a fainting goat. And so they took him to the doctor, and they said that he had a heart murmur. Then all of a sudden, they took him back 2 weeks later. He's got an enlarged heart. I'm like, God, y'all get it together. So they put him on trazodone, which is weird, and Lasix. Okay, so then over the weekend he had seizures, and always developed a really bad cough, which usually indicates congestive heart failure. So I don't know. I guess she's taking him to mom's, which
Right.
is not great, but okay. I don't know. Mom took him to the vet the other day and just dropped him off. I'm like, well, but they're not letting people go in, you know?
Oh, because of COVID.
Yeah.
Ah,
So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. The whole city only allowed 3 colors of house paint: light beige, medium beige, and really,
you
really.
know the Holly Bobo case? Joy Lang was saying the
No, I
Holly Bobo
don't.
case.
I wrote it
They
down
used to-
though.
yeah. We're going to write down, if you guys have any suggestions, just write them down. Because we're going to do one crime a week. But we got a real cute one for tomorrow. If you guys know of any like funny crimes, we're going to do Funny Crime Tuesday.
Hmm.
Or criminals, stupid criminals Tuesdays.
That
But
ought
we
to be
got a
good.
really cute one that we got for tomorrow. But I'm probably going to be demonetized because of it, because it's pretty racy.
There are some funny ones out there. Like,
There is some funny
I
ones.
don't want to give an example because we might
Yeah,
use it.
we want to use them. We actually
But
want
yeah,
to use them, but we've got a few.
I'll give you one
A
example
few.
because it's a short one and it's not going to
Yeah.
be detailed or anything. But like the guy who breaks in and steals a flat screen TV, right? Gets halfway back to his destination with his brand new TV that he just stole, realizes that he didn't get the remote, goes back to steal the remote and gets caught. Like, couldn't go to Walmart and get like a universal remote. No, duh. So
Yeah, there's a lot of those
thankfully, usually people who commit
dummies.
crimes like that are not very smart. So just saying.
Well, they're not smart enough to get a job, so to make
Right.
money to
Mhm.
buy a flat screen TV. So usually they do dumb things.
Yeah. Yes. I can't get over the Mimi 5150.
I mean, too. All of you guys knew the story behind that one. Sorry, we can't.
Kids say the darndest things.
They do. They do.
That's too funny.
Sometimes you need to be 5150 on YouTube, or you
Hey,
feel like you do.
I'm on 5150 myself some days. It's like, just sign me up. Let me have a little padded room for about 14 days and chill.
Well, I did that last week. I just stayed off.
There you go.
Yeah. Talk to my girls,
He's trying to get a
my
retrial.
friends, but he is trying to get a retrial. Carla knows some friends, but he is trying to get a retrial. Oh, okay. I thought I remembered that case, kind of, sort of,
I don't remember that
the
one.
Holly Bobo. I think her brother was a witness. But I could be wrong. There's so many cases. I've watched so many cases on
Sister
IG
Chair, I'll be
channel
right back.
and, on the internet. I mean, I go to all these channels all the time and watch all these, I fall down rabbit holes all the time and watch certain cases that just kind of spark your interest. But yeah, and then what we do afterwards, after we do the case, or we tell you all about the case that we're doing, and we'll we try to go from start to finish or to unfinished, depending on if the case has been solved or not, and discuss it afterwards. So it went pretty well last week. I mean, it was our first time doing it. So I hope whoever was there enjoyed it because we really did work on it pretty hard. There's a man in my county that's going to trial for killing a toddler for spilling food on themselves. Ooh, wow. What an asshole. See, I think here's my opinion about crimes like that against children or even animals that can't defend themselves is they should, I think the death penalty should be for people like that. I don't care if you've pleaded guilty or not. Like, I think Chris Watts should have gotten, sorry, I don't mean to bring up his name, but I think he should have got the death penalty for what he did. I don't care that he admitted that he did it. But now look, he's trying to get, he thinks he's got a chance of getting a retrial or whatever. It's just ridiculous. And I guess what's his name? Scott Peterson is getting a retrial. Jodi Arias tried to get a work on an appeal, and you got people that believe that she should get one because of the prosecutor was disbarred, but her appeal was denied because they didn't find that there was enough evidence to prove that she wouldn't have gotten convicted, even with knowing that he was disbarred, and he was disbarred for totally different reasons. But what she did to her boyfriend was horrible, horrific. And I really, I really, really followed that case from start to finish. Well, when I first started following cases, the first case I ever really got interested in was O.J. Simpson. Okay. And I watched that one, and I was devastated when he got found not guilty. The second case I watched was Casey Anthony. And again, I was so thinking that she was going to get convicted. And when she got found not guilty, I just could not believe it. I was dumbfounded that she was found not guilty. To me, I don't know how any of those jurors could have found her not guilty. The way she partied and carried on for I don't know how many days, I can't remember now, but asked me then and I knew exactly. But I don't know how anybody could have found her not guilty of killing that baby.
I'm back. Morning Life is a gym. The one I'm waiting on is for them to do the Gavin. I'm ready for that to be getting underway. And then to
oh my God, that is so sad.
The one with the Jeffrey Epstein girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be like the middle of summer, like a whole year.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just crazy. I can't wait.
I was just talking. What was the first case you ever followed? Like I followed O.J. Simpson, and then Casey Anthony, and then Jodi Arias. Those three.
I think, and I don't remember if Jeffrey Dahmer was before or after. I think it was after OJ. OJ probably was the first.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was so mad.
Oh, I remember.
Time.
Do you remember the when he got found not guilty, them cheering and cheering and cheering because he got found not guilty?
I remember
getting so upset because it was so obvious that he was guilty.
Taking me down the stairs to bathe him. Oh my God.
What?
The kid tumbled down the stairs and died the next day. Oh my gosh. That's awful.
My county that's going to trial for killing. Oh, exactly. That's disgusting. Mm-hmm. That's maddening.
I remember with OJ just being so frustrated because, DNA was so new, and I felt like that they were going way too technical on the DNA to try to explain it to the jurors. Listen, all you need to tell them is the science is good, and here's what it does, and here's what it doesn't do. Now let's show
Right.
you where all of this matches up. You know, but they didn't. They went into the deep, deep, deep science of it, and it's like these jurors don't want to hear this. I wouldn't want to
Right.
hear it if I were a juror.
Right.
Just give me the basics, give me the cliff notes,
Right.
and let me see where you found it. Where were these samples that you got it from? Could they be
Exactly.
planted? Could somebody have possibly planted it? But by the time that they got through with the technical crap of it all and pulling all those people out there to get them to, oh God, it was insane. Because, here you've got on the opposing side, the one man who starts an entire business basically on freeing people because of DNA. So it's,
Right.
I don't know. But then to say that they planted it, come on. Seriously. How were they going to plant all that?
But on the flip side of that, you believe that what's his name is innocent, don't you?
Who? Who?
What's his name?
I don't know.
Making a murderer was the.
Yeah.
You believe there was some corruption there.
Well, here's the thing. The only quote unquote planted blood out of that whole situation was in that vehicle, in her vehicle. Yet they did all of these horrendous things to her in the bedroom of that trailer and not one iota of DNA.
Right.
I mean, there would have been all kinds of DNA all over the place, but there's not. And then the DNA that they did find in the vehicle is like smear here, smear there, and actually in places where it shouldn't be smeared. It would kind of be weird to have it there, but it's there. And then in the garage, none. Because then it was like, okay, well, it didn't happen in here. It happened in the garage. Oh, okay. And then you found one, was it a shell casing, I think? It's been a while since I've seen any of that stuff, but yeah.
I should mention that they didn't take that poor baby to the hospital until the next day. It makes me sick. This poor child suffered with serious injuries before dying.
Yeah.
Ugh. See, those cases make me so ill. And I really have a hard time reading up on them cases because, like the Brianna Lopez case, oh my God.
Yeah.
Every time I read or, I come across an article about her, that poor little baby. If you ever get a chance, because I never want to have to do that case, look up the Brianna Lopez story.
Yeah.
So heartbreaking. This child only lived 5 months, and she didn't have a single day in her life that she didn't experience pain and suffering. Not one single day.
Yep.
It was it
The
just
kid stories really are hard.
yeah, the kid stories, the child murders are very hard to research. Like even the Marsha Trimble,
Yeah.
that was a real hard one too for me.
Yeah. But I think it's harder when it's the parent or the caregiver, There was one I remember with the daycare, and this has been an old one. But yeah, there were several instances where the parents suspected something was going on at the daycare, but by the time that they really had anything they could put their finger on, the child was dead.
Right.
Then you've got those cases that are so bizarre, and that's one I think we ought to look at too. The daycare was it out in California? Mimi, remind me, or Miss B, remind me. I think it was in California where they basically lost their minds over this daycare, and all of a sudden it went from, well, are they letting kids get hurt and not reporting it? Or are they hurting the kids to all the way up to, they do satanic rituals? It's like, how do we jump from this to that? and it just went nuts. Jessica Chambers. That one I don't remember.
There are so many cases. There's so
Yeah.
many cases.
Do you
I'll
think
have
it's
to-
worse now, or do you think it's that, everybody says, well, it's because there's more news. I don't
I
know.
think it's because we see more of it. We have the internet. We can research. We can look things up, and we see a lot.
Jessica Chambers.
I mean, you just have to go to any crime channel on YouTube to learn about cases that you've never ever heard of. Stephanie Harlow is a good one. She dives down some cases that I've never heard of. I love her.
Yeah. She's awesome. Was that the girl? Mississippi. She's 19-year-old. Was it her boyfriend that did it? Intentionally set on fire. Died within hours. Can't even.
What's that?
This 19-year-old, Jessica Chambers. I was looking at it.
John Bonet was the one that got me, and Dr. Jeffrey McDonald that killed pregnant wife. Oh, that was an old case, wasn't it? Jeffrey McDonald? Wasn't he in the army or military, and he killed his pregnant wife and 2 daughters? Geez, sounds like Chris Watts.
Right?
Not good.
Let me see. So it was her boyfriend, and he was actually kind of pestering her to have sex with him. And when she wouldn't, he killed her.
I think he said, what was it? He used the man with one eye or something. I can't remember what he used. What he said. The man with one arm or the man with something.
Now, which one was that?
The Jeffrey McDonald.
Yeah.
What did he say? Who did he say? It was something with. It was some guy with. Oh God, I can't remember. I'd have to look it up again. It's been a while since I ran down that rabbit hole.
I do too, Mimi. I worry about people that are locked away with their abusers during this COVID mess. And now you've got Chicago, their shelter in place, which means you don't leave unless it's an absolute emergency. You're home. You are at home, period, end of. Well, I mean, we do that here when we have major chemical issues with the
Where's
plants.
that? Where's that?
Chicago's one.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
They would shelter in place. Why are they having really bad?
I don't know. But you've got that. Then you've got the mayor of New York or the governor of New York is completely pissed off because he has said, we don't want your stinking vaccine. He said, and so Trump said, okay, well, we'll take it to people who want it. And then he's like, oh, well, you don't love New York. So see there, you're not giving us a vaccine, but you just said you didn't want it. Make up your freaking mind. It's like, why would I send it to your people if you're telling me you don't want them to have it? I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't know.
it's getting crazier by the minute. It seriously is. It just, people, we need to start electing adults to run our states. Just saying.
I have a problem with the justice system, to be honest with you. I have a big problem with the justice system. I think there's a divide on who gets justice and who doesn't in this country.
I think you're right.
I think if you've got money,
so what do you
good looking, and you get away with a lot more than if you're poor and let's just say it, if you're poor and Black or African American, I don't know how I'm supposed to say it. I don't know what's politically correct, but yeah, I think you have a better chance of getting away with crimes like they put that woman in Florida away for 20 years for having weed on her.
Well, and
Are
the
you
one that just
kidding me?
that the president just pardoned because she was a phone mule. She never saw drugs. She never touched them. She never exchanged money. None of that.
Right.
And you know, she was put away for life. And some of the guys who turned state's evidence or whatever, or took a plea deal, they got 12 years. You know,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The justice system sucks sometimes. There's
so,
not enough. And how about these guys that get out to kill again? They killed once and they kill again. I don't believe in the three strikes.
but
I
Kathy,
don't.
I saw. Good morning, Kathy. But and I saw this weekend on the news they interviewed one of the individuals who's going through the human trials, talking about they are testing it on human beings actively right as we speak. So they're going through that. But what do you do if your governor, okay, doesn't technically, let's say, turn it down? Let's go that route and say that they want to wait until they get an independent medical review. But you want the vaccine, but your governor is saying, no, we'll wait a couple months.
Yeah,
What,
exactly.
so this person is, kind of denying your health care because why? I don't understand that. I really don't. And I mean, are we seriously thinking that we're going to release a vaccine to the public that hasn't properly been tested? I don't know.
Yeah, I have a huge problem with CPS too. Many kids die that didn't receive the help they needed.
I
Exactly,
agree.
like the Turpins. Turpins. Yeah.
Well, and
That's why, you know,
I've known too many parents that foster, okay, and they love these children and they would love to adopt them. But time and time again, the system turns them back to the parents who are so ill prepared and really don't have any intention of changing their lifestyle. And so it's back and forth all the time. It's horrible.
and then they wonder why. Hi, LaDonna. Good morning.
Morning, LaDonna.
I'm back.
Well, yeah, for me, I won't. I agree. Life is a gym, and I agree, Kathy. I don't want. I don't care to take it, and I've got 100 different reasons why. Um, but I don't want a government official telling me it's no different than abortion. You can't tell me what I can and can't do with my body. I mean,
Well,
there's
it's like the flu shot. You get it if you want to, and you don't if you don't want to.
unless you work in certain areas and you're forced to, or you lose your job. And that's no joke. Absolutely not kidding.
I did not know that.
It's been that way for years. You're forced to get it.
I got one this year. I did, only because I just did not want to get the flu.
So I don't want them telling me I can't, and I don't want them telling me I have to. It should be my choice.
Exactly.
Sophie Long is a prime. Yeah.
Oh,
CPS
God,
911.
I can't even. I watched that video of Sophie Long and it broke my heart.
Yeah.
It did. It really did.
Oh, the hippies like Manson did it. Yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah. He was a
It
Green
was.
Beret. I remember that story now. It was a bunch of hippies, but like what one little table was turned over and there were supposed to be all these guys in there really roughhousing and causing a ruckus or whatever. And it's like, the scene doesn't match what he's saying. I remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
Fatal Vision.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right, Ben.
yeah. He was a Green Beret. Exactly.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Was he having an affair? And I don't remember that, if he was having an affair.
I think he was, but boy, he was arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nice looking guy, but
He married when he was in prison, actually. He
and
did get.
he was really controlling of her, I remember, and just a real jerk. Oh, he was creepy. That movie's creepy.
We could go down that rabbit hole one of these days, too.
Yeah, that's a good one to talk about. I wrote it down. I'll keep, I'm got my
I'm
little
glad you
notepad
guys.
this morning,
This is my secretary here.
right?
Yeah.
Carly, you have a meeting at 1 a.m. on Tuesday morning. 1 a.m.
But I did my own research.
Hey,
To be honest
baby.
with you, I did my own research. I did go and watch so many documentaries and read up so much about. Hey, Bay Beauty, it's so nice to see you. Um, I did a lot of research on Marsha Trimble because I had never heard of the case,
Yeah,
and
that's got a lot involved in it,
oh,
Jen.
it does.
Yeah. And that was an interesting. And the more I dug, the more I found, like, I didn't know until I think a couple of days before we actually did it that he was actually the kid that they accused, a 15-year-old that they accused for 30 years of killing Marsha Trimble, that he was actually having an affair with the 32-year-old neighbor.
Yeah.
And that's why he was over there. And the first person I called, my mother, Mom.
And you know what was really sad too is that the father died. Her father, Marsha Trimble's father, passed away before he ever saw justice done for his daughter.
Yeah.
So he died or passed away thinking probably that Jeffrey Womack was the killer, you know.
Ben, they're canceling your Thanksgiving. You know what I'm going to do? Because I've heard it's legal that you can have 30 people at a funeral and you can only have like 8 people at Thanksgiving. So we're going to have a funeral for the turkey. That way we can invite more people over. Just saying. A local case of creepy guy marrying a foreign-born woman and buried 2 of them in the backyard. I've seen a case similar to that with, but I think he just killed the mom and they had kids together. But that was horrible too. That happens.
Which one is the creepy guy?
I don't remember the name of the people, but
Do you remember that case you talked to me about when the girl that was in the hospital that you believed was being
yes,
poisoned,
a
and
mercy
it was
killing.
a mercy killing, not a
Mhm.
mercy. What do you call it?
No,
Honor
honor
killing.
killing, mercy
Honor
killing.
killing.
Over.
That was an interesting,
Yeah,
interesting case.
that's crazy.
But they really do. And I remember watching a case that came out of the East somewhere that this woman was accused of adultery, and they actually buried her up to her neck in
Dang.
in a thing, and they had people stoning her.
Yeah,
Even her own children, her
yeah.
boys, were stoning her. Cindy, good morning.
Good morning, Cindy.
Nice to see ya. But yeah, so these honor killings, and that's what it is. It's honor killings. Like, women don't really mean a lot. Like you said, they don't have many rights in those countries. That's why you thank God that what the rights you have in this country, actually,
Yeah.
Because there are countries that don't. What's this? Yes, they are going to release it because Biden plus the AIDS vaccine ended up killing a lot of people thanks to Dr. Fauci. Fauci, I don't know how to say his name, saying it was okay.
I'm not going to say how I say it because it's rude.
I know how you say it.
I'm not either, Joy. I'm not. I'm just going to stay in my house.
I won't take the new flu shot. I got the new flu shot, and thank God, knock on wood, I haven't gotten any symptoms.
And I don't know how you call it a vaccine when you have to take one every year. So do you now have to take a COVID every year?
Well, didn't you say because it
mutates?
It mutates. So what was good last year is not good this year.
Well, I mean, it may cover some strains of it, but who knows, right?
Right.
She's allergic, so she doesn't have to take the vaccines. Yeah, you have to get a doctor's note to not take like the flu shot.
Where?
If you're a nurse.
Oh, if you're
otherwise,
a nurse.
you have to take it or you're fired.
Did you get it?
No.
You never got it?
No, I know how to hide.
Sending out prayers to Cindy's mom.
Yes.
She's just been released from the hospital. So please send out prayers to her and her mom and her family. Love you, Cindy. Thing is, my sister said she is allergic, so she doesn't have to take vaccines. She works at a hospital.
Wait, who was screwing anything he wanted? Wait, I missed something.
Wait. I missed it too. Where
Okay,
was it?
I don't know. Joy was talking about somebody screwing somebody.
Creepy guy marrying a foreign-born woman and buried two of them in the backyard?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's in Texas.
Oh, Mr. McDonald. Yes, he was. He was I think he was quite the ladies' man. I don't know that was he serious about one, and that's why she ended up dead. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, from what I understand, he was quite the man about town.
Cindy, we've got a new saying for you.
What's our new saying for Cindy?
Bombshell tonight.
Bombshell.
Bombshell tonight.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Bombshell tonight.
I love that girl.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into McDonald because I haven't thought about him in a long time.
It sounds like he thought he was God's gift to women. Yeah. That's true, Jim.
All except for the one that he killed. True. Ugh. Sounds just like he was God, period.
From what I read about him is he used to tell her she was too fat, she was too ugly, she'd never find another man. And like that. Well, I was married to one, so yeah. You know. So were you. Correct? I don't know where she is. Did you hear me?
No, what was it? I'm sorry.
I was saying, I heard or I read somewhere that he would tell her that she was too fat or too ugly. She would never find any. I said, well, I was married to one like that.
Oh, me too. Me too. Wonderful people, aren't they?
Oh, ex-husbands.
Yep. They're great.
I love me some Cindy's break.
We need to write a book on how not to pick a man or what.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Or what to look for to. We'll think of
not
something.
to look for in a man.
Right.
Or what to run away from in a man.
Right.
Run, Forrest, run.
Look at Joy. Look. Her little turkeys.
Look at my
10 days.
Oh, that's so cute.
10 days to Thanksgiving. 2020 is almost over.
Oh, can you guys believe it?
I can't wait.
This has been like such a weird year.
I think, you know what we should do? We should have a funeral for 2020.
Jen, my advice is don't trust a man with small teeth.
With small teeth? Why small teeth?
I think don't trust a man with small something else, but that's just me.
The crazy that is. Oh, listen.
Oh, goodness.
I have been in the trenches in that one. Just over the weekend, I fell in. Man, she's a hot, stinking mess, is she not?
Oh, my God.
But I have found some really cool creators through that whole process. So I'm glad,
Yeah.
Who don't, do the kind of things that she's doing. But dadgum, man.
She sure.
I listened to one of her lives that was like, yeah, and here's where she lives, and here's who her parents were, and this is how many times they moved, and where they moved, and how much they paid for their homes. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
And she's slandering her husband, saying that he's like a criminal, and oh my God.
So she got involved, Cindy, with Tati, who apparently is like a Jeffree Star. Okay, so these people, just FYI, okay, and I don't know why people are so crazy about Jeffree Star. Don't come for me, Jeffree. Don't.
I love him.
Like he even knows who I am. But the thing is they drop ship this stuff. Basically, a company or whomever makes, like, let's say eyeshadow palettes, okay? And then they slap their name on it and sell it to you for like way too much. So she started this company, and it was micronutrients, I think is what they're calling it now, or something like that. but like vitamins for your hair and your nails and your skin and yada yada yada. Okay, so they went in. Her and her husband went into this business with this other guy, and basically they ended up talking him into splitting it into thirds, so that husband would get a third, she would get a third, and this other guy would get a third, based on the premise that anything that they started up from that point forward would be under the umbrella of that first company, so that he would get revenue from those branch off companies. Follow me? Okay. That didn't happen. They kind of snuck off to the side and started off these other big companies with makeup that netted them about 16 million, and he got completely cut out. Well, for somehow or some way, this without a crystal ball or without a leg to stand on or without a pot to piss in, whatever she is, supposedly got all this information off to the side. And it's one of those creators that would kind of say like, well, I know this for a fact, but I can't tell you yet, but here's a little tidbit. And basically defamed the hell out of these people and doxed them since they were an embryo, basically.
Dawson House.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And is one of these people that, creators would come to her and say, I really don't think you ought to do, and she would just like lambaste them. She goes on Twitter a lot and tweets out information as it's fact, although it's not. And then she'll erase it, delete it. Okay. Yeah, she doxed Tati's whole family. This woman's entire family. Her parents got birth certificates, spent a lot of money looking up all of this stuff on this woman, and just doxed the crap out of her, saying, "Well, she's a public persona, so it's okay." No, it's not okay.
It is not.
Yeah. So, basically, she was served 4 cease and desist, not 1, 4, from Tati and her husband and their company, saying, knock it off. Quit talking about us. Just stop. Well, she didn't think she needed to, so she just kept on. And she was literally spreading rumor and lie as if it were fact. Okay, so that is, in fact, on some levels, could be, my opinion, construed as defamation. So now they are suing her for up to $5 million. Now the $5 million, yes and no. Basically they're looking at it as a broad brush. It could be much lower, like 100,000, but that big 5 million would cover a lot of sins if they can get that. But there's a lot of legal wrangling. There's a lot of legal stuff in all the definitions and the different companies, and it is a tangled mess. However, she is being sued, so there's that. Did the money go to her head? Well, you know what? One of the allegations or one of the complaints in the civil suit is that she did this strictly for YouTube monetization, YouTube numbers, YouTube views, increased sub count. So yeah, I mean, it's a YouTube case now because.
Well, I like that lawyer. What's the lawyer's name? I was talking about him.
Oh, hang on.
He was. I think I posted it in my community page. If you guys want to go there.
She's fantastic.
She is so good.
She's really good. She breaks it down and makes you understand why this has become a problem, and the language. She's Emily D. Baker. Is her name.
Yeah. I put it on my community page. If you guys want to go there and look, she's really, because I did not know anything about any of these, people before. I'm just going down a rabbit hole right now.
Yeah. James Charles, who is another, like a influencer, begged her to knock it off, went, to her privately and said, you really need to stop talking about them. Because they're getting really angry. Yeah.
Well, she got warned.
Burn stage for 2020, right, Joy? No kidding. We all stay up December 31st.
Talk about sage.
New Year's, get together, and we can have
a burn sage party.
Right, a burn sage party. I've got my sage. I'm ready.
Well, I gotta buy some more because mine is gone.
You're gonna have to hide it.
I'm doomed. I'm
You're
gonna have to put it around on a chain around my neck. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
leave it there.
Yep. But yeah, that's a big old crazy mess. And most of the creators on that end of they're not drama, they're oh, I don't know
No,
how
they're
you,
not really drama, but they're in the drama now.
they're
They're in the drama now.
they do a lot of the reality shows or reaction type things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear she's losing a lot of subs. I think she said 500 the other day, and she's trying to reinvent her own wheel. Um, I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know. But it's a little bit, I don't know, just kind of a reminder of behavior on here and, how it can go really wrong just because you want to be the first to get a story out or be the first to, talk about a topic or have information or what kind of information you put out about people. It can get pretty ugly. Yeah. Hmm. And when you have like these people, we're talking, they have over 150,000 followers, up to millions of followers. So it'd be hard to say that they're not public people. But just because you're a public person,
Doesn't give you that right.
it doesn't give you the right to do some of the things that were done.
Yeah.
You know, and she
That
let it
seems
go to
to
her
be a
head.
thing, though. It seems to be a thing.
Hmm.
Like, I think Jeffree Star had a falling out with someone on YouTube too.
And it would be one thing, if yeah, he did with Tati.
A
It,
big
it would be
falling out.
one thing if you were like if you ran across information, and I'm just saying like articles. I'm not saying going and looking up documentation on people, but you found out that they were a good Samaritan and that they gave to this charity or that charity. That's beneficial. That's a nice thing to talk about. But
Right.
when you go in and you find that at
Sure.
18, somebody was arrested because they had a
Yeah.
joint on them,
Right.
and now they're in their 30s, and you're calling them a career criminal. Okay,
Yeah.
stop it. They're not a career criminal. Stop. That's not funny. And it's meant to cause them some kind of harm. That's malice.
Right.
That's ugly. So you
Yeah,
don't do
that
that.
is malice.
Yeah. So it's meant to hurt. It's meant to damage. So that's not okay.
But what's the lawyer's name again?
Emily,
Emily. She's really good. She really breaks it down. I
she's
think
phenomenal.
she had all the documents too, which are public,
Yeah.
but
Somebody accused her of doxing because the names and everything were up there. She's like, it's a public document.
yeah, anybody can get a public
Yeah.
document.
You know, but the thing is it meant to hurt, defame, damage someone? That's not okay. It's, it's gross. It's stupid. It's no different. I don't
And
know.
what was it done for? I mean, what did she gain out of it? Actually, she's lost.
A lot.
She's lost subs, she's lost views, she's lost, I don't know if she had a Patreon or not, but
I don't know.
I'm sure she lost that. And to be
Yeah,
sued.
that's what I'm going to be watching. Because now I'm like locked into it. It's like, dang, girl, why would you do this stuff? Are you crazy?
I think she is a little bit crazy.
I don't know. I don't know that greed is crazy. I think it's a greed thing. I don't know.
Or do you think it was jealousy?
No, I
Because
think
it seems when people do things like that, it's out of jealousy, or why else would you do it? Like,
or
what
do you just want a bigger
bottom
channel? You
line?
want more money? I think it's of want. You know what I mean? Like wanting more money, wanting more attention, more fame, whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how did that work out for you, Todd?
Well, not Tati so much. Well,
Or whatever.
I mean, that was all wrong too. I mean,
And do you ever wonder if some of this stuff, like I'm talking about stuff that goes on and all these lawsuits and stuff, is orchestrated for
I
You
don't
know what I
know.
mean?
I don't know why anybody would
I know
spend that much
this is
money.
yeah,
Lawyers are not
this
cheap.
is real.
You're
This is
talking
real.
hundreds of dollars an hour to have an attorney talk
She's
to you on
gonna
the phone
have to
even.
spend a lot of money to get any money.
Right. I mean, but and here's the thing though,
That's what I mean. Like,
you
will it be
call an
worth your while?
attorney, every time they look something up, every
Mhm.
time they go out in the field and do something,
It costs
it's
money.
hundreds of dollars an
Yep,
hour.
yep,
So
sure is.
I
They don't
I
do
can't see
nothing.
why.
Even a phone call it will cost you 100 or a couple $100.
Right.
Even if, you call them and they call you back, it costs I know, I've got a lawyer. So,
Yep.
every time he talks to us
My divorce attorney.
I
Okay,
know
well,
it's
don't
not for
answer it.
not for anything bad.
Let him mail us a letter. Don't pick up the phone. Let me go let these dogs in. I'll be right back.
Okay. Her channel grew quickly and she let it go to her head and started crossing lines she shouldn't have. Yeah, that's what I think too. But, you know, is it worth it? Is it worth it? What is she going to lose her house? Is she going to lose everything that she worked for? That's what's scary. I would be scared if I were her. Did she stop? I don't know because you know what? I haven't really followed her. So I don't know the whole story, but I just kind of started watching her and I watched Emily, the lawyer, and she put out all these documents and it's like, yeah, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. So people need to take, take that as an example of what not to do. I personally think she has histrionic personality disorder. Look it up. She meets all the criteria. It could be. I mean, you could be right. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but yeah, it's, I don't know. It's just another one of those crazy things that you see on YouTube. You're like, I never saw anything like this on Facebook, never saw anything like this on Twitter. Of course, I've only been on Twitter for a little bit, but I've heard that Twitter is just as bad as YouTube as far as people, slandering other people and doing like all kinds of stuff. But I don't know. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not on Twitter enough to know that. She Mimi 50, 51, 50. Every time I say that I have to laugh.
Histrionic
'Cause she
personality
thinks she has a histrionic personality, which I don't
too.
even know what that is.
I think a lot of people have that on here.
After one letter from the attorney, she should have stopped.
Oh, you would think so, right?
You would think. I mean, that would be all it would take for me to stop.
Right?
What about you? I mean, I would be freaked out.
Yeah. Yeah. That would kind of,
Maybe she didn't take it seriously. Maybe she thought it was a joke or something. I don't know.
or she thought she wasn't wrong. I think it's the biggest thing. She thought, well, she's a public personality. I can say and do whatever I want. Well, no, you can't.
Uh-uh.
I mean, does it make it a little bit easier to say things because they are public? Sure. But then there's a line that you just don't cross. And
Mhm.
I just think in life in general, there's lines you just don't cross. I mean, you can not like somebody all day long, twice on Sundays, but you know, you don't do the things that she did. And it's just, ugh. Ugh. It's like, no, not a good plan. So there's another lawsuit to watch. Real
Yeah, there's something that we can watch for.
right, right,
As YouTube turns, these are the days of their lives.
right. So what are you cooking for Thanksgiving, Carla?
I don't know.
I
Not
don't know
turkey.
either.
Not turkey.
I think we need to do gumbo.
I want a prime rib. is what I want.
Mm,
My husband makes the best prime rib ever.
really?
Yes, he does. And I like it. I only like dark meat, turkey, dark meat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get my share. I don't know what we're doing. I really don't.
I'm not a big turkey fan. I'm not.
I'm not either.
I'd
Either
rather do like a seafood
I
gumbo.
like the stuffing. I do love
I
stuffing.
do love stuffing.
I love stuffing with gravy and mashed potatoes.
What are
It's
you guys
just like
cooking?
that. What's
Jack?
everybody cooking for Thanksgiving?
Anything different or unusual? Steak sounds so good.
Have you been watching Paula Deen? Because she's doing
No.
all thanks every day. She's doing a Thanksgiving recipe. She did a squash casserole a couple days ago, and yesterday I think she did
Mm,
broccoli casserole, which I made last night, which was
I
awesome,
love
very
broccoli
good.
casserole. Deep
Only
fried turkey
problem is
sounds
it
good.
went. Yes,
Now,
I love stuffing too, and I
well,
can't make it as good as my mother-in-law made it. She made the best stuffing.
down here we have a turducken.
Oh, I've seen that on the Food Channel.
Yeah, which
Is
is
it like a turkey and a duck
it's a
inside a
chicken, a
chicken,
duck, and a
duck,
turkey,
and
and
a
they're all stuffed
turkey?
inside each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I saw that done on one of the Food Network shows. It was pretty good.
I've never
It
seen it
looked pretty
done,
good. They showed how they did it.
and I've
Like
never eaten it.
they opened it up and they put the chicken inside the no the they have the how do they start? Oh, they start with the chicken
Chicken, and then the
and then
duck,
they
and then
cut
the
open
turkey.
the duck and then they put the duck over the chicken and then they put the turkey over the duck and then they tie it up.
Yep.
Deep fried turkey. That's good too.
Yeah, it is excellent.
Fried turkey is good. I've had that. That's very good.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
does.
I'm eating after we go off here.
Gross. What do you mean? No, you need to try it. You have to try it. What, the
This is
turducken?
gross.
Is the turducken gross or is the uh deep fried turkey gross? Deep fried turkey's good.
Oh, deep fried turkey is
I
so
don't
good.
know about the turducken. My fear would be that not all the meat gets cooked. You know what I mean? Or
I don't like duck,
oh,
so
I do love duck.
I probably wouldn't like it.
My
Duck, yeah.
my
Then you
my favorite gumbo ever is duck and goose gumbo. Just saying. It's delish.
I can't remember how they cook it, but it takes a long time to cook.
Mhm.
Long, long time to cook. I don't even remember how if they deboned it. I don't remember, but I wonder
I'm
if
gonna
they'll
have to look it
do it
up.
again this year because they do it like every year. The
Then, of course
turducken.
okay, now how do you do your dressing, guys? Do you do cornbread
Oh,
dressing? Do you do or your stuffing, whatever you wanna call it? Which nobody stuffs, right? You just make it and eat it without putting it inside
I
the
don't know.
turkey?
You put a recipe and that looked freaking good. Awesome.
Yes. That's pretty much
I
what
might
my
try
mom
that.
does. Jen stovetop?
When you have two people in your house and you're not going anywhere, what do you cook?
Ah,
How can you eat a cute little duck?
yes, they do. Exactly, Kathy. You have to get that wild taste out of them. You can soak them overnight, like in buttermilk. Helps. Homemade sage dressing. Oh God, that sounds good,
Oh,
Kevin.
yes.
Oh, that sounds good.
I make homemade sage dressing. Yeah.
With asparagus, Mimi.
My mother-in-law sauteed onions and celery, and then I can't remember.
I don't know. Do you eat
Grammy,
cranberry?
I have no issues. Uh, True helper, he intervened in a fight and was shot this weekend. He's doing okay, but is still in hospital. Yes, we will send up prayers. Please send up prayers to True helper,
Yep.
everybody.
But do you eat cranberry sauce?
Um,
The jiggly
no,
kind?
I don't. I don't eat cranberry sauce because I don't like sweet with. I don't know, savory. I just don't.
I've never tried it. I'm not.
I don't even like sweet potatoes, to be honest with you.
I like cranberry juice, but I
I've
don't.
seen it homemade. Homemade cranberry sauce looks pretty good,
I
but
could probably do that if it's got the cranberries in it or whatever. Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe. But I don't know. Do you love cranberry sauce? What else is okay? Deviled eggs. You have to have deviled eggs, right? But yeah, you don't cook all this stuff for two people, right?
Mhm.
That's crazy. That's when you do what we used to do. We had a standing tradition in Kansas where my good friend up there and her husband and her child and my husband and myself and her parents would get together and we'd make gumbo for Thanksgiving. They thought that was great because it was different. It's just something, a new
Well,
tradition.
like I said,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Kathy, the one out of the can.
I want prime rib. I don't know. I just love prime rib.
Ooh, green bean
Green
casserole.
bean casserole. Yes.
I love
Do you
green.
make it from scratch or do you make it like
What you mean?
I don't know. I've never made green bean casserole, but you see them on the Food Network. Oh, that's one of their staples is green bean casserole,
Yep. I love
and they put those
barbecuing when
hard
you're
onions on top.
the little onions, the French
Yeah,
onions.
those French onions, those are real
Yes.
crunchy.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It is easy to make. It's not really hard at all.
It's easy
Yeah.
and so good. We
It's really good.
barbecue one. You barbecued one year, Kevin.
Yep. I don't know. I think I don't know. I just turkey twice a year, so close together. Eh, eh.
Oh,
I just like doing something different. Now, Christmas, I don't know. It kind of is more traditional to me for Christmas.
what prime rib?
No, the turkey and all that other stuff.
I don't see. We're not. Both me and my husband are not turkey lovers. We don't. We
Right.
don't love eating it.
Right.
For me to go out and buy a big turkey, I mean, if I was having a bunch of people over or whatever, I probably wouldn't make it. But
Ham
ham
for
for
Christmas.
Christmas,
Yeah.
yes, I do love ham. I do love ham.
And see, we do ham for New Year's. Because don't you do what's the tradition? Ham,
Pork,
and
pork
you've got to
is
do
buffalo
greens,
pork.
or you do cabbage for money, ham for I don't know what, and something else. Ooh, yeah, prime rib or filet mignon for Christmas. That sounds good too.
We started having prime rib or filet mignon on Christmas. Yeah, I'm leaning towards either Christmas or Thanksgiving. We're not going to be eating turkey, so but I want stuffing. I do want stuffing because I love stuffing. I really do.
Or you could do a Cornish hen.
Yeah,
Because I'm thinking a turkey's just so
did
big.
that one year. I did a Cornish ham one year because they're so tiny and cute.
Yep. Ham hock,
Ham hocks and
cabbage,
cabbage,
and black eyed
black
peas
eyed
was the other
peas.
thing. So the
I
cabbage
never,
is money, black eyed peas is luck, and ham hocks is health. Is that how it goes?
I've never eaten a black eyed pea.
And
Never.
I've heard people put a penny washed, of course. Now, come on, in the black eyed peas. I don't. Wives' tale. I don't know.
Really? What for?
Yeah, it is really salty. But I think for added luck or something. I don't know. It's a superstition. It's
I
crazy.
like those spiral hams. I think Cindy's last cooking show, she did a spiral ham.
Telling you. What
If
is
you
that?
guys want like good cooking and good eating, go to Cindy's channel because she makes some really good stuff.
Have a New Year's
She
Eve
said her
party on your channel.
family recipe. Yes.
We want to have a funeral, Mimi,
Yes.
for the for 2020.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
And
funeral
then
for
we're gonna have
2020.
a sage celebration at midnight to get
Yeah.
rid of the old year.
What do you call it when you save your house? It's there's a word for it.
Smudging.
Smudging. We'll be smudging off out New Year's or this 2020. We'll smudge out 2020.
Kathy, you've never
Start
had black eyed
over.
peas? They're really good.
I've never had black eyed peas either, Kathy. Never.
We could
I
have
don't
a
even know.
Have you seen the wreath we want to make? We should have
Oh
we should
my
start it
God.
off
Can
with our
you can,
craft wreath.
can you share it?
Let me
Can
see
you
if I
share
can
that
find it.
picture?
Let me,
Oh my God.
let me see if I can find
We're
it.
going to do a crafting show and we're going to do a wreath. And wait until you see this wreath.
It's pretty funny. If I can
It's,
find it.
it is pretty funny.
Hold on, it might be easier if I do it.
You know, yeah. Hopefully 2021 will be better than 2020. That's what I'm eating after we go off this live.
I can find it.
You hear me?
What?
Guess what I'm eating after we go off this live?
I'm gonna guess that maybe it's
Sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. Not a McMuffin. Actually, I bought the Jimmy Dean ones biscuits out of the freezer section of the store.
I can't find it.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's hysterical. It's quite cute.
It is very cute. If I find it, I'll put it in our messenger. Okay, hang on. Wait till you guys see this. You're kind of laugh.
Maybe if I put funny craft wreaths.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
Did you find it?
No.
Okay, because you
They're
said
showing really nice ones. That's not
I
what
know
I'm
these are
looking
all.
for.
This is not what we're looking for. Should be a funeral wreath. Stupid 2020.
Yes.
This year, just oh God. If it could happen, it did.
Everything wrong that you.
Can you imagine being a history teacher?
These are
10
really
years?
nice, though. These
I know
ones,
they got
I'm
some pretty
looking at.
ones. But
Not the one that.
can you imagine being a history teacher and having to explain 2020 10 years down the road?
No.
So kids, it's like this.
Can't even imagine. Some of these are really nice.
I know.
That I'm looking at. These aren't what we wanted, though.
These are not funny. How are these
No,
funny? These
none
are
of them
nice.
are. None of them are. Can't find it. Where did you find that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm expanding my search.
Oh, okay. I am too.
I'm not seeing it.
Let me
I think I saw it.
Oh,
Did you find it?
well, I found a funny one, but I
You
don't know.
silly.
Oh,
You
yeah.
silly dilly. I think it was on Facebook. I saw it. Let me look on my Facebook and see if I can find it on there.
Well, here's one. I'll put it in our messenger.
Okay.
Messenger. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
I thought I sent it to you.
But it's not as funny as the one you showed.
You sent me a thumbs up.
I know.
Goofy.
But that's not as funny as the one you showed.
Nope, that's not as funny.
No, it isn't.
It didn't have all the detail to it.
You showed it somewhere, but I
I
can't
know.
remember. Anyways,
I post too
I
many.
don't like black-eyed peas. My husband and one of my son-in-laws love them. I don't even know what black-eyed peas taste like, to be honest.
Really?
Oh, Mimi's eating one now.
Eating one what? A black-eyed pea?
No, sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. I can't say muffin. Biscuit. Sorry, biscuit.
Is that like a crimpet? Just
There's no explaining the nightmare of 2020. It'll be down in history, I think.
Just start with the hurricanes and go from there.
Hi, Sunny Side Up. I love that avatar. That is so cool.
You know that there's another one that's now slamming Mexico, right? There's another hurricane. It's not going to hit us.
Oh, again? Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
And
It's
I
this year.
unsubscribed. I unsubscribed from the Hurricane of the Month Club, so I don't
Well,
know.
I know you did,
Maybe these are
but there's
bonus hurricanes. I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't.
It's crazy. They, as I say that, they
You don't
are.
like black eyed peas? I don't know. I can't honestly say if I like or dislike them because I've never
Love
tasted them.
them. They're really
I
good.
know one thing I hate
What?
is liver and black olives.
What?
I hate liver and I hate black olives.
How can you hate
Liver
either
is my
one of those?
kryptonite. I swear to God, if I see a piece of liver, I start gagging. Oh no, wait, I can add one more thing to that, and that's tofu.
Yeah,
Tofu makes
you're
me
not a
gag.
tofu fan.
Oh, good God. No. And I tried. I tried. I seriously tried. People said, well, it all goes by the flavors that, that you put in them. No.
You
It's
know,
consistency.
we could honestly do all the stuff that I have in here of my funny 2020 stuff. Could do a montage when we do the goodbye
Oh, yeah, let's do that. We'll
goodbye
do
to,
a montage.
yeah,
Liver, fried onions, and gravy. Ugh.
because people have gotten really creative with the 2020 stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny across the board.
Yes, it is. We'll do that before the end of the year.
Yep.
Something to look forward to.
Hmm.
Or maybe we'll have a contest.
Right.
You know,
Who can
we'll have a
find the
contest. Who can
funniest?
find the funniest pictures or stories or anything of 2020
Yep.
so that we can all have a nice laugh. That's what we
Yep.
that's what everybody needs is a good laugh.
Where is that stupid
Any-
rate? I post way too much on Facebook.
I know.
Every once in a while, like at midnight, I'm going. I wonder how many phones are going bing, bing, bing.
Ooh, black olives pureed with oil and garlic as a spread is delicious.
Oh, that sounds good.
I like green olives. I just don't like black olives. Ugh,
I
I just
love black olives.
don't like them.
Is it a texture thing or a taste thing?
It's a taste thing. I just don't like the taste of them. My husband loves them. He will have like, oh, and he likes the black beans too. Rice and black beans. He loves that. Not crazy about that.
I'm still on this
I'm
stupid
like a
rate.
picky eater, I think. So I don't like a lot of things that he likes. But then he's a picky eater too. He likes things done the way he likes them, cooked. And if you deviate from the way he's used to eating something, he gets all like butthurt. He does. He'll like, well, why did you shape the meatloaf like that? Because I wanted something to do it different.
Yeah, we have little competitions every once in a while over who
I
can.
mean, I haven't made a roast, and I bet you since the beginning of the summer. That's what I'm looking to do. A lot of people do that for Christmas too. They'll make roast, like pot roasts and stuff like that.
Okay, I have a good question.
I what?
How many people, when their children were little, or if you still have little children, let their children believe in Santa Claus?
When they were little,
Yeah, when they were
I let
little.
mine. I let mine.
I did too.
As long as I could get away with them believing in Santa Claus, I let them believe in Santa Claus.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't want them not to believe in it. And the
Yeah.
Easter Bunny,
And the Easter Bunny. Yeah.
and the Easter Bunny, and everything, everything
Fun.
I could.
And everything fun and childlike.
Yes, because look, they don't stay children forever.
I remember one Christmas, my kids were little. My cousin, my favorite cousin,
I know.
his son was little, and we were all at my aunt's and putting up her Christmas tree and everything. And it was right before Christmas, and he was up on the roof stomping around, and his child thought legit that he was Santa Claus. Wasn't even Christmas morning, but it was so cute watching that baby. Like, and he's looking up the chimney, and I mean, he thought he was really Santa. It was so
Oh my
cute.
goodness.
Hmm. I think it's magical. They believe in magic. Let them believe in magic for a minute.
Life is a gem says I did until they caught me filling their stocking.
Right, right. My
I
mom,
made
my mom still says at Christmas time. Now, my sister and I are in our 50s, and she's like, "Does Santa need to come this year?" We're like, "Yeah," like leaving things out underneath the tree. Like it just appeared there overnight.
yeah.
Did you leave things out unopened, like Santa brought it and left it?
No, never
You
did that.
didn't?
No,
Oh my God, we did.
no.
That was my favorite part.
Except one time we left a bike out in the garage, and we had a big bow on it because you couldn't wrap it. So yeah. Fun fact: this week is the anniversary of the first time Mickey Mouse appeared in Steamboat Willie in 1928.
1928.
Wow.
Dang. That's cool. I love Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, all those guys. I love them. But yeah, we used to always, our Christmases where you had wrapped gifts that, people brought over to the house that were going to come spend Christmas with us, or parents, or, we bought people stuff and we put it underneath the tree wrapped with bows and all that. But Christmas morning, when we got up and ran downstairs to go see what was under the tree, it was stuff that was from Santa. And there would be stuff magically left out there, like, a puppy in a kennel, which woke us up at 4 a.m. barking. But, model horses or Barbie houses or, stuff like that was left out. That was always so fun. And Mom thinks she still needs to do that. She's so cute. It's like, does Santa need to come this year? Duh. Just have him bring chocolate. What was the weirdest gift you ever got for Christmas? Carla's heating her egg McMuffins, what she's doing. I'm on to her.
The weirdest Christmas gift I ever got was a carton of cigarettes. And my dad gave it to me. And I said, why did you give me this? He goes, because I know you're smoking.
Cindy's mama keeps asking her who the heck she's talking to. She's like, Mama, it's Carla and Miss D on YouTube. Those crazy girls are talking.
Them crazy girls.
What was the weirdest thing you ever got for Christmas?
Didn't you hear me?
No, I was thinking. I'm sorry.
Carton of cigarettes for my dad. Because he said he got me a carton of cigarettes because I was sneaking smoking. I would lean out my window and I would smoke, and I didn't think he could smell it because nobody in my house smoked. So he bought me a carton of, and I would steal cigarettes. Not steal cigarettes.
Would you open other
smoke? He did smoke. He did smoke because I would steal cigarettes out of his package.
I hear your microwave.
That. And I didn't think he would know. So
he can't count. Dad can't count.
Oh, right? Dad can't count. So I didn't remember that. He smoked a pipe and he smoked cigarettes in between smoking a pipe. And so I would lean out my window. I was on the second story. I would lean out my window and smoke. So I got a carton of cigarettes for Christmas, and I said, "Why are you getting me this?" So, because I know you're smoking and you're taking my cigarettes. So, like,
how old are
your own? Now babysit if you want more.
You got a gym membership for Christmas? Okay,
really?
I'd be upset. I'd be mad.
Gym membership.
I did.
I got smoked a pipe. I like the smell of pipe smoke.
I do too.
It reminds me so much of my dad.
I do like the way a pipe smells.
And almost makes me cry when I smell cigarette, pipe smoke.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We used to get the weirdest presents from one of my aunts. She was that aunt, the bunny outfit. Yeah. She was that one. And we got these denim purses one year, and they were embroidered, and they weren't cute. They weren't. And we both opened ours at the same time because we knew this is from the aunt, and we both just laughed. And my mom was so mad. She was like, girls. She says that a lot. Girls, especially in Walmart. She won't take us to Walmart together anymore. We embarrass her too bad. A coffee grinder, which I specifically said you did not want. Kathy.
Well, I specifically tell my husband not to get me clothes. That is the only thing I request.
Jewelry always fits. Just saying.
Yeah. Do not get me clothes. I don't think he has ever bought me anything. I think he did last year. He got me a few things that I liked. But usually his taste and mine, totally different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally different.
Don't buy me clothes. Yeah, no, that's a big no-no.
Please don't buy me clothes.
Mm-mm.
Just give me $100 and get the hell away from me.
Right. And let me go shop.
Let me shop for my own clothes, the ones that I like.
That's the only really weird gift I ever remember getting with those purses. Because we just kind of looked at each other like, are you wearing? No, you're not carrying yours. No. No. This will never leave the house. A gym membership. I don't know. What do you say to that? What do you say to honey, I got you a gym membership. Really? And FU too. Yeah. I would have to say I bought your replacement. I don't know. What do you say? Ugh. Which, I mean, I get, okay. They're thinking of you. They want you to live forever because they think they're going to too, I guess.
I don't know. Is that a hint that I need to lose weight?
She says she wasn't even fat. She was in shape. Maybe he wanted you to stay that way. An Hermes purse? What? You donated it to Goodwill. Here's a $5,000 purse. I'm sure it wasn't one of the $13,000 ones, right? Sweet Jesus, those things are expensive. A boss that gave you what kind of dictation were you taking there, Mimi, to get an Hermes purse? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow. Well, no, but you don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know. And they're not the prettiest, I don't think. I mean, some of them are okay, but a BB gun.
A BB gun?
Madonna with a BB gun. That's scary. Even when you were 10 or 11. What are you insinuating? I'm just saying. Were you working overtime? It wasn't after that text you sent. Suddenly you get an Hermes for Christmas. Oh my God. You're so funny. Yeah, see, I'm saying that was after that text. Here, babe, have a Hermes. That's funny. That is funny. Had you known what it was, you'd probably really blushed. Right?
Was there money inside? I heard it's bad luck to give a purse without money in it.
Really?
That's what my mom always told me.
Huh.
She said it's a bad luck. It was either a wallet or a purse. It's bad luck to give a purse with no money in it.
Huh. I know when my
it's an old wives' tale, probably.
Twerk a merkin for a Birkin.
For a bikini Birkin.
Well, it depends on what Birkin it is. It just depends. I mean, some of those things are ridiculous. Those Birkins can go for quite the money.
I'm sorry, but
you've heard that too, Sonny? See, well, let me tell you, my husband, he was getting some static from his oldest son about, he's just a jerk. And he's been really ugly to his dad and demanding this and demanding that, demanding money for Christmas so that he could get a car that he wanted. That, I mean, none of us have ever driven. It's expensive. And so after he just totally berated his father, he bought him a little wallet and put $1 in it and gave it to him. This will start you on your quest for money to buy that car you'll never be able to afford, probably.
He should have put one of those little cars in there.
That and some Monopoly money.
Exactly.
Making an ass of myself. I bet you're pretty funny on a daily to just hang around and say, what's she going to do next?
We know she's funny.
She is very funny. Yeah, but don't you just want to go hang around her just to see what kind of trouble she's going to get herself into? I would have paid money to be there with the text event. That would have been a good one. I don't think this was meant for me. Nope, sure wasn't. You want to do what? I would be mortified. Absolutely mortified. I've got to look for that chick that has all of the texts to her mom. I can't remember her name.
That's right.
I'm wondering if if my niece knows, because she's pretty funny. And it seems to me like I got it from her. I don't remember where that came from.
What was that other channel we saw? Something Chrissy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's her name? Oh, God. Hold on. Let me look.
Chrissy something.
Let me look.
I watched her yesterday.
Isn't she funny?
Oh, my God. You guys need to go there. It's really funny.
Why is she not showing up on my stuff?
Chrissy.
Chula?
Hang on.
Let me see.
Because I subbed to her yesterday. She's hilarious. She gets like 1 million views on her channel.
She's awesome. She makes me laugh very hard.
Very funny. Very funny lady.
Oh, I know how to find it. Hold on.
Chrissy Chula.
Yeah.
Chrissy Chula. It's KRISSYCHULA.
All one word.
She's freaking funny. I watched her yesterday. That's another one of those rabbit holes I ran down.
She is so funny. She does one called Hot as Hell.
Oh, my God.
And, oh, my God. It's hot as hell. She's very funny. Very funny. And then she's got these neighbors.
And neighbors. The neighbor one was the other one that I watched.
You have to go back and keep listening to it because you laugh.
I know
that you miss half of it. The kid that wanted a tablet, the parent got them a chief writing tablet.
Kid that wanted a tablet, the parent got him a chief writing.
That would be fun to do with family, like to just find out what they really, really want. You know, if it's a car, get them a Matchbox. Get them an Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah, this is your new tablet. You know, and do prank gifts. That would be so fun. You made a prank gift for someone. Did you ever hear from him?
No, I never sent it yet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't print it. I haven't heard back from him because I sent a picture of it and have not heard back from it. But pretty crazy little gift.
I love my pot holders, by the way. I use them all the time.
Oh, thank you.
And my cup towels. Love them.
Did you put them on your stove?
I put them on by my sink. My sink has the little drawers that open, that like
Mhm.
they're like little,
Yeah.
normally faux drawers are just there with a handle, but mine
Right.
actually are little ones that you can pop open and
Uh-huh.
put like scouring pads in them. I
Right.
put them on those handles right in front of my sink,
Oh,
but I have
well,
to
at least
watch them
that's
because,
where you use them. Like I have mine on my stove,
uh-huh,
and I have to turn around all the time, and yeah. But
yeah,
I use them. I use them a lot.
I do too.
Saves on paper towel.
Yes, because my husband's a paper towel freak, and it's like, why are we wasting all
I
this
know.
paper? He's crazy about it. But I have to watch Bessie because she's my towel thief. She's a
Oh,
sock
did
thief.
you
She's a
try?
towel thief. She
Do
steals
not
my.
allow her to break my
I
cheap
know. I have to watch her
towels, please. I
walking
can't
around
take another
shirtless,
destroyed gift.
nipples the size of salami sizes. Oh, gross! Her neighbor insists on walking around shirtless with a belly that hits his knees and nipples the size of
Oh,
salamis.
you ever wonder those people that go outside like that if they own a mirror?
I had two.
Realize,
I had neighbors with the ex-husband that they were absolutely gorgeous. I mean, drop dead gorgeous, beautiful girls. And they would sunbathe. Of course, we all did, right? And so he'd be standing at the kitchen at the French doors, like looking out, gawking at them. And I'm like, I'd walk behind him and go, you know that they think you're stupid, right? You know that they don't find you attractive at all, right? You get that. I mean, you can stand there and stare at them all day long, but whatever. Yeah. It's like, put a shirt on, dude. Gross. Ooh. You need to lean out the window one day and go, I'm trying to eat over here.
are you talking about your cousin now?
No, I'm talking about Mimi's next door neighbor with the salami nipples.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, the guy that was gawking out the window at the chicks next door sunbathing was my ex-husband.
Oh, yeah. Well, he
And
was
they
kind of a
they
jerk.
honestly they could not stand him. They hated him. And I'm like, you know that they hate you, right? They think you're gross, you're creepy, you're an asshole, whatever. But keep staring, Cochise. That's good. It is. That's gross. I would have to say something because I'm that person. Be going like, really put a shirt on.
Or take a
Ew.
picture. It might last longer.
Right.
Go inside and bathe.
Uh,
Take a bubble bath or something. Just get
ugh.
out of my late. My
Is that your dryer?
yeah. Is it as loud as Brian's?
Yes. I don't know. I didn't hear that night.
I didn't either. I wasn't in there.
That's funny. Brian's loud dryer.
Swear to
I
God,
remember Katie had a loud
this
dryer.
dryer
It's
was so
wonderful.
loud that night. It was just clanking and clanking and clanking.
What was something in it? I can't
I don't.
stand that.
Well,
When
there
there's
was stuff in it, but it was just it was the dryer itself. It was so loud.
no, my husband like leaves Zippos. And
Oh
and
God.
he'll do like a load of laundry, like his work clothes and stuff. And he'll wash them all together, but he doesn't ever empty pockets, which makes me a very wealthy woman because he leaves money
Yep.
in there too.
Yep. That's what I said to my husband. Anything that comes out in the wash is
That's
mine,
fine. That's right. But
not
he'll leave
yours.
like his Zippo in there, and it's like clonk, clonk, clonk. It's
Yeah.
like, God,
Yep.
I have
Yep.
to
He
go get
doesn't
it.
empty his pockets either.
I look like Bill Cosby running
Well,
after
and
the kid.
his thing is he's got a pocket knife that he uses to cut rope or whatever he needs to cut.
Yes, pocket knives.
And he always has
Yes.
a freaking pocket knife in his hands. And no, I don't empty pockets. I just don't. I don't think about it because I
You
know
know
I
what my mom did one
think,
time? And I threatened to do it to my husband now because it drives me crazy. Look, when you take clothes off, pull them out right-sided, okay?
oh yeah.
So my mom got so frustrated at us when we were teenagers. She's like, no, you know what? However they go in the washing machine is exactly how I'm drying them and exactly how I'm hanging them up. So you go downstairs to go get your clothes. Your jeans are like wrong side out hanging up. She was nice enough to hang them up for us. We just had to go
Yeah.
down to the basement to get them,
That and shirts. It drives me freaking
Yeah.
nuts.
She would hang the shirts up wrong side out because that's how she found them.
He
She's like,
does that.
and I learned from that. So I'm thinking that maybe I need to start doing that to Mike. It's the socks. It's the socks that really kill me because they're all balled up.
Oh, I know.
It's like, I don't want to have to grab these dirty socks and pull them right.
No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is the shirts and the pants, the jeans.
Yeah.
I pull them right side out every time. And I have a certain way of hanging things. I hang shirts a certain way. And if he does the laundry by chance, which isn't very often, he puts them on the wrong way. Like I have a certain way of hanging them. And
Yeah.
I'm really anal about that. I have
Yeah.
a certain way of folding my towels, and I'm anal about that.
Yeah.
I'd rather he didn't. That's
Just
one thing I'd
don't
rather
touch them.
he didn't do. Don't touch the laundry. Don't fold the laundry. Don't hang the laundry up.
I was so anal when my kids were little. My son had the little blue hangers. My daughter had the little pink hangers.
Uh-huh.
My ex-husband had navy blue and I had burgundy. And those were the only clothes you could only hang those clothes on those hangers, you know?
I wasn't that. I'm not
I
that.
was ridiculous. I will admit, I was a little bit over the top.
Except my husband. I do put all his clothes on white hangers. The colored hangers are all mine, so I don't allow him to put. But when he does laundry, which isn't very often, he
Right.
just does. He just grabs the first hanger that's there.
And then you go in there and take them off of them and put them on
And
right.
the way, yes, I do. That's why it makes it twice as much work. But he'll fold towels not the way I want to fold towels.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think
you know,
found money is the best if it's in the laundry or like
yes,
when you get your winter coats out, right?
right.
And you put them on, you put your hand in the pocket and
And
there's a
there's 10
20.
bucks.
You're like, what? Wow. You're so happy. It like makes your
Yeah.
whole day, right? Or like you're rearranging the cushions on the couch and you find
Find money.
money down there. It's, oh my God, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much, does it?
No.
Quite simple.
And I do the same. Any money I find in this house is mine.
Yeah, you
Because
change purses and you find money, except for that
yeah,
purse I got for Christmas that year.
yeah.
There was never anything in that sucker.
I found $10 and $20 in pockets that I just would stick money in my pockets. And my husband says, "You're going to lose that money one of these days." Yeah, I'm going to lose it, and then I'll find it like
When you need it the most.
down the road. Yeah,
When you need it the most.
and I have.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's fun. Found money. I love
we're
that.
weird. We're weird. I mean, like I complain, like I wish he would do laundry the same way I did and would like give me. But no.
Or when you change purses and you find that lipstick that you've been hunting for
Oh,
months
yes.
and it's in that purse. You're like, God, why didn't I look here? Yeah.
Yeah. Or
That's
you
the-
find something like my bank card one time was in a purse that I changed. I just shoved it in and I hadn't found it and I didn't want to tell him I had lost my bank card.
Do you ever hide stuff from yourself and you're like, this is such a
Yeah.
clever spot. I'll never forget. And then
Yes.
you can't find it.
Yes.
You don't remember where you
All
hid
the
it.
time. Do you know that when I want to bring something downstairs, if I don't put it at the top of the stairs where I'm just ready to trip on it,
Yep.
that I won't remember? So I put it right in the middle of the stairs so I remember to bring it downstairs.
Yep. I do like when I clean, when I do like spring cleaning and fall cleaning and whatnot. I start in one room and I don't stop in that room until it's done. So anything that doesn't belong in that room goes just into the next room.
Right.
Because if I leave that room and I go put it where it's supposed to go, I'll start cleaning that room. And then the first room will never get done.
Right.
So I have to like discipline myself to just say, just set it outside the door of this room. And then it can go down the hall or wherever I'm going to next. And then I can go to the next room. But that room has to be pristine. And then I don't want to go in there after I've done it. After it's clean, it's like nobody can go in there. I want it to stay pristine for at least a day, you know? I mean, right, Sonny? I mean, you have to just shut it down. Can't go in another room because I'll get distracted. And I've always been that way. When I had carpet, I would start in one end of the house and I would clean like that. And I would vacuum and I'd have the pretty lines in the carpet from vacuuming and I wouldn't walk back in there all day.
Yep.
It's like, I'm not going back in there. I just want to stand here and look at how good it looks.
or cleaning my fridge out. Have you ever cleaned your fridge out and then you don't want to put anything back in there? Or
Yes,
you don't want
like
your husband to put anything back in there.
yes,
He just
because
shoves everything into the back. He just
plates,
shoves everything
pots,
forward.
everything ends up in there. It's like, what are you doing? I'm going to hunt for a pot to cook with. And I've got a gazillion pieces of Tupperware with lids, I might add.
Yeah.
Yet there's a pot in my fridge.
In the fridge.
What
I
are you doing?
know.
I need to
That
cook
is
with that.
so annoying.
Mhm.
So annoying. And he'll like push because he's not a leftover eater. Okay.
See, yeah, I
Husband
don't
doesn't,
either.
he doesn't like leftovers for some reason. He won't eat it. So he'll push everything to the back. I'll eat the
Mhm.
leftovers. Okay. Don't
Mhm.
mind. But he'll push everything to the back. So like 2 months later, or whenever I clean my fridge again, I have to look into the back and there's all this stuff and containers that have been have,
Now, let me ask you this one, sunny side up. When you get through cleaning your whole house and it's good, I find it hard to go to sleep because I just want to look at my house clean.
how nice it is.
Yeah. And it's like I can't go to sleep. I just want to stay up and look at it because I know it's only a matter of, hours, days, maybe, if I'm lucky, before it's right back to
Right.
where it was before. Just give me this moment to enjoy this picture perfect house for just a second. I did get all the toilet paper picked up
Okay, so
before the
like he
boy
came home from hunting yesterday. He came home from hunting yesterday. So he gets
Yeah.
all his hunting clothes out, all on the
Uh-huh.
living room floor. And he said, don't touch anything. After I cleaned my whole living room.
You're like,
So
is
my
that a
whole living room
dare
floor is full of his hunting gear.
with all the
Yeah.
smells and the juicy stuff from the
Yeah,
outdoors and
all the
the
stuff like, yeah. So he's
ugh,
got it all on the floor, well, in bags, but still, it's
still,
like taking up the whole freaking living room.
right?
And he's like, don't touch anything. Now, if I touch it, if I moved it 1 inch, he would
He's gonna
know.
know. Yeah.
He would know. Why did you touch my stuff? I'm like, good God.
You go,
Oh, there's
this
bullets
stuff
in
over
this
here.
one. And
See, I'd be poking at it. I'd be going, oh, you mean this? You mean this? You don't want me to touch this stuff that I'm touching right here? What are you gonna do?
But it was so irritating because he comes home. As soon as he gets in the house, he tracks in the house with his shoes on, his boots on, because it rained there. And I'm
Oh,
like, excuse me, were you born in a freaking barn or
yep.
what?
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, you
You're
forgot.
not in the woods anymore, honey. We have walls here,
Exactly.
carpeting, flooring,
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
exactly. He was,
Yes,
I'm
I
like,
do, sunny side up. I do. I wait for him to go away before, and then I throw things
oh
away.
yeah, I have done that.
And
I've
then
thrown
and then he
things
comes home and
out.
goes, "Where's mine?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?"
Or
I
I'll
didn't
buy something. This is a funny thing. I
that
buy something at the
that must have been some other chick you were with that
for
you had that.
dessert and I won't eat it. And I know he doesn't like it. And I'm thinking I'm going to try this, but I don't like it.
Uh-huh. Now,
Instead of admitting that I bought something that I wouldn't eat, I'll go put it down the garbage just for fine. You know how many wasted items of food I have gone. I'm like, oh, that looks good in the store, so I'll buy it, bring it home, taste it, hate it. And then he'll go, well, I'm never going to eat it. So you just wasted your money. I said, I'll say I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. Don't panic.
I went to Sam's. I went to Sam's the other morning and I was hungry. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And I decided we needed to do a live where I go from store to store to see what samples they're giving away for breakfast.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I just hide it because if he'll find it, he's got the freaking nose of a bloodhound. If I threw it into the garbage, he'd find it, he'd smell it, and he'd say, "See, I told you you wouldn't eat it." And I just when I put it down there, and I put bleach down there.
Now, I will
So,
say this, Mike is worse about throwing away things than I am. Much worse. I had the most wonderful little squishy outdoor mat that I put in front of my washer and dryer, and it's in the garage. Dogs are walking across it, people walking across it. You just sweep it off. It's just a mat. I mean, you could take it out and hose it off, right? So the house floods, okay? And the garage flooded too with the house, right? So It took me a couple of days, but then I realized he threw away my mat. And I'm like, you
Oh,
threw away my mat? And he goes, yeah. I mean, it had like all that sewer water and stuff. I'm like, you could have hosed it. We've still got floors in the house. Are you going to throw them away? Because I mean, like the shit was everywhere, but you threw away my mat. It's an outdoor mat. I mean, you can hose it off.
right.
Threw away my shoes.
I actually think your husband and my husband are brothers
They're
from different
twins. They're
mothers
twins.
because my husband is so anal about stuff like that. Like he would rather throw stuff out than, you know,
Does he throw away the milk the day?
the day of.
Yes.
The day of. If it says best. Now keep in mind it's best before, but it's still good
Right.
for a couple days afterwards.
Right.
It goes into the garbage.
I mean, it's in the
It
fridge.
goes.
How much bacteria is it going to grow in the fridge? For real.
It's not. It's still good for up to 3 or 4 days afterwards sometimes.
He's so funny. When
I
he
mean, I
cleaned out my
smell
mom's
it.
refrigerator, that was the best. We were over there the other day, and I said, "Hey, Mom, do you want Mike?" She was looking for something in the fridge. I said, "You want Mike to come find it?" She goes, "Absolutely not. He's not allowed anywhere near my refrigerator." Because he cleaned her out, man. But some of that stuff was okay. It needed to go. Really.
Right.
And seriously. She's like, I'm scared to eat over there anymore. I don't know. Like, Mom, how old is this? I don't know. God, you cooked it. You don't remember when you cooked it?
My stepson's house, you should see his refrigerator. Oh my God. I swear they have stuff in there from 6 months. Oh, Lord.
Oh, no, we're talking 6 years. No, we're
No,
not.
not
Yeah.
that long.
Oh, yeah.
6 months. They've got kids,
The
so
milk in the cupboard and the cereal in the fridge. No, I've not yet. But it's still early. It could happen. For real. The milk in the cupboard and do you call them cupboards, cabinets?
no,
What else do they
cupboards.
call them?
Cupboards.
Cupboard?
I call them cupboards.
I call them shelves. It's in that shelf.
Cereal in the
That shelf.
fridge. I've actually done dumb things like that though.
Your
before.
hubby does that. He needs a keeper. Thank God he's got you.
That's your hubby for you.
He'd be dead. Yeah, because the milk would
I
be
have
like,
I have taken stuff out of the fridge, gone to eat it, and then left it on the counter.
could you?
Forgotten to put it back in.
Okay, so like I'm watching these homesteading people, right? And they're really cool. I
Mhm.
really am digging it. But the other day she did a long, long, long live about dealing with raw milk, unpasteurized milk. I don't know if I could drink it. I think I'd be afraid I would die. Just saying. Could you drink unpasteurized milk? Do you think, Carla? And then she mutes me. She went to go throw up, I think. Pretty sure. But she was teaching how to make like cottage cheese and
I have
cheese.
drank unpasteurized milk because my uncle was a farmer.
It tastes like grass.
It's not good. I didn't like it. I don't like the butter either that we used to get from the farm.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it. But you know what? My cousins were brought up on it, so they didn't ever drink milk from a store. So to them, it was normal.
And maybe I'm going to have to ask, when did you taste grass? To know that it would taste like grass. I'm just curious. Like I look at people sometimes and go, that do like the weird food combinations. They put weird things together, and I'm like, what would make you ever think? Like, what was it? Peanut butter and the marshmallow whip stuff. Like, what would ever lead you to believe that that would even be good together? To put it together and then like it, because that just doesn't seem like a rational thing that I would do. And think, oh, let's try this. Oh, it tastes like the smell of. Okay, you never. I don't think I could do it. I don't. There's just too much. Ugh. I don't know if I could do it. I love milk. Don't get me wrong. And butter and sour cream and cottage cheese. But yeah, she was talking about, preparing, just the preparation to do all that stuff. but I want to do it. I think it would be so cool. I don't know how long it would last. We'd probably end up starving and dying out on the prairie. And then I fell into the, okay, speaking of eating, fell into the Donner tragedy this weekend and watched a few things on that. That was crazy. But good lesson. Never believe that a shortcut is the way to go. Chances are it's not a good plan. Take the well-beaten path. Just saying. I don't know. I've got like dogs all around me sleeping, snoring. See, that's what I'm thinking, Jen. I don't know about Nutella. I've never tried it. I'm not at all like, it's to the point if we accidentally get anything with, is it nutmeg? And like coffee, if we accidentally get coffee with, no, not nutmeg, hazelnut, with hazelnut, and we smell it brewing, both my husband and I are like, ugh, leave the house until the smell wears off. We can't do it. Yeah, hazelnut, no thanks. Passing on that one. I don't even like just eating hazelnuts, just a real nut. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big hazelnut. And I watched a video. It's funny you talk about that because I watched a video last night, another, channel that I found, and she made her own hazelnut creamer, coffee creamer.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And you soak the hazelnuts overnight, and then the spices that and then you put molasses in it. You put it she has a Vitamix blender,
Right.
but put molasses, brown sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, and then you just blend it up, and then you put it through like some kind of a sieve thing. But you could also make it into what do you call it? French vanilla creamer and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But I don't like flavored creamer, so.
Tell us your story. Get up here and tell us your Bigfoot story.
Who?
Jim believes in Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell anybody that.
Come on up, Jen.
I think it's pretty funny.
Bigfoot story.
Because she doesn't want a house with windows and then Bigfoot can get to.
She doesn't want a house with windows down low, right?
Right.
Down low.
Can't get her.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to figure out ways to scare her from Texas about Bigfoot.
You want her to move to Texas.
Yes.
Admit it.
They need to. We'd have so much fun. We go Bigfoot hunting.
There.
I could see us telling her.
You know what? It's so
look for
hot there. You don't have seasons in Texas.
See, we don't have Bigfoot down here. It's too hot for him. He's too furry. So you need to move here because we don't have Bigfoot. We just have killer wild boars.
We have Bigfoot here in the forest. So they say. They've been spotted. I do. I do
really
believe Bigfoot. Yes, I do.
I agree, Mimi.
And they're supposed to be more in the Pacific Northwest. So who knows?
Well, they smoke a lot of weed up there, though.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
chances of them seeing all kinds of stuff. I know. I want to go to Montana. That's my goal. Get my 100 acres up there. Buy me a little tiny house that's 1,000 square feet.
That is not a tiny house. I hate to tell you that.
Well, your tiny house is right next to my tiny house. And
the biggest I would go is 500 for a tiny house.
But listen, here's the deal. When you move your one bathroom tiny house next to my 2-bathroom tiny house,
you're not allowed to use your bathroom.
No, you cannot. You're going to have to stay over there and wait on your little, or go out to your outhouse. You know what? We could build outhouses though. Just saying.
Oh, no, I don't even do composting toilets. So yeah, forget that. Forget that.
Hey, sweet crazy. If it was morning or night.
I do that sometimes. I'll go for a nap in the afternoon and then I'll wake up and think, did I sleep all the way to the next morning?
Yes.
How you doing, sweet crazy? Nice to see you.
Jen, come here and tell me your Bigfoot story. An
Yes.
old Donner Party
Yes,
cabin?
make a believer out of Misty because she doesn't believe in Bigfoot, and I
Utah
do
is
believe it. I
gorgeous.
also believe in aliens, and she doesn't believe in aliens. So
No, I don't believe in aliens.
I believe in aliens. I'm sure it is beautiful in the summer, but winter, no way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm thinking Montana's going to have really harsh winters, but I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I could do it. I'd
Yeah, but
love
you like it. You don't like it hot and humid
No,
and
I
stuff.
can't stand hot. No.
I mean, you have your air conditioning jacked up to what? So that it's like a freezer in your house.
It is morning, sweet crazy. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is morning. Announcement. It is first thing in the morning. No,
Breaking news.
breaking news. Breaking bombshell today. Bombshell
Okay, so
today.
how cold
It
does
is.
it get
And
in Montana?
it
For
gets
real?
cold. It gets cold.
Yeah, but
We're close
define
to
cold.
Canada. So it's, it's north.
Yeah, but I just, oh, I don't know. I think I would love it. I'd have to
I
learn
think
how
you
to
would
ice
too,
skate.
only because of the horse thing. Because you love horses and you want,
Room
I
to
can see
run
you.
around and
Mm-hmm.
ride and wide open spaces.
Sweet Crazy said it's cold.
Fucking cold. Breaking news,
Not just
y'all.
cold, it's effing cold.
I love Cindy so much. Breaking news, y'all.
Oh my God.
She's so cute.
Like, oh my God. Breaking news. Breaking news.
She makes me laugh.
Bombshell tonight.
So is
You
Utah.
have horses. Oh, Sweet Crazy.
No, now
Horses.
now I'm kind of I'm suspect of Utah now because I watched the Donner Party all weekend. I like did a deep dive into the Donner Party crap, and it's like that's where they went to turn. That's where they turned. They're like, once you get to Utah, if you go south of the lake, big mistake. Should never have done that. They should have gone north and gone the other way. So yeah, now it's like etched in my mind. Although it is so beautiful there. Yeah, it's breathtaking, gorgeous. But yeah, so now that's stuck. It's going to take a minute for that to get out of my head. It just roams around up there freely. There's lots of room. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, Idaho, I heard is gorgeous. Like beautiful, beautiful. Like you'd never think it was that pretty, but yeah, it is. But Montana's always been kind of my thing. If I'm going to go off the grid, that's where it's going to be, up there. Jen, I want to hear your Bigfoot story. I want her to make me believe that there's such a thing as Bigfoot.
Oh, there she is.
Yay. I know. And then the saddest thing is the SOB that talked him into doing it had never done it. It was like, yeah, do it this way. But you've never done it. And then the one time he did it was just him on a horse. So that was doable, right? Barely, but doable. And then when he goes and meets them, he's like, yeah, no, I'm not taking y'all back. I got other things to do. Jen, tell me your Bigfoot story.
Okay, so there's a Donner Party cabin up I think it's up by Vail in Colorado. Three girlfriends, probably in their 20s, maybe 22. They went off for a little ski trip, and they rented it. It's like a B&B now. So they rented it out for the weekend, and one of them was a vegetarian. So they go up there, and things just start going weird for them. So like they poured a bottle of wine in each of their glasses. It was like blood. It was like as thick as blood. And they all kind of like dumped him out. All these like weird little things. They'd hear noises, of course. Well, then in the middle of the night, the vegetarian girl, they found her outside eating like raw hamburger.
What?
Like just eating raw hamburger, and she was just acting like an animal, and she's a vegetarian. And I mean, it was all over her face and her hands, and she just couldn't get enough of it. And they like dragged her in and like shook her out of it. And she's freaking out because she sees all the stuff all over her hands, you know, the meat after she kind of gets out of it. And they're like, what happened? What happened? And she's like, I don't know, but I just want to leave. I just want to leave. And so they end up leaving because of this. And it didn't happen too long ago. It happened probably about maybe 5 years ago, I'd say. But
Did
the
they see
cabin is
Bigfoot?
still. No, there's another one that I have though. The Bigfoot story is we went up to a cabin and it was, I want to say it was an Eagle, and it's just a really remote area. You're kind of just in a valley of mountains. And there's a cabin up there, and Todd and I were staying in there, and in the middle of the night we'd hear like banging, just like not hard banging, right? But it sounded like a little hollow log, just like banging the corner of the cabin. It definitely sounded hollow. And I thought nothing of it. You know, sometimes there's animal that'll just kind of walk through there, maybe hit their antlers on things, whatnot.
Right.
Well, then come later on, in the middle of the night, I wake him up and he's like kind of awake, kind of not, because I'm hearing things like scratches. But like not just like little scratches, like bigger scratches.
Yeah.
You know, something bigger than a dog's paw.
Like a bear, maybe.
I freak out, right? And I wake him up and I'm like, look, something's going on. So then he wakes up and he walks down the side of the cabin, and there are like scratch marks really high up. Like higher, he's 6'5", so higher than he could even reach, like putting his arm up. I mean, tall scratch marks. And him and I are looking at each other because we never like walked around the cabin to see what it looked like, or even like noticed it in the woods, you know. And we just thought to ourselves, was this what we heard last night, or was this here before? You know, but I couldn't explain it at all. Come to find out, when we ended up telling the B&B owner what had happened, and just kind of like it showed him what was up there, he said that he's had like 2 or 3 stories. And one of them was in the 70s, a mom and daughter stayed there, and the mom went out for a hike, and the daughter was in the cabin, and the daughter ended up hearing the same thing, freaking out, grabbed the mom's shotgun. And it was one of those situations where the mom came through the door and the daughter almost shot her mom. And all because of this. And I guess it continued. When the mom came in, it continued, these noises. And it was shaking, like shaking the whole cabin wall.
Oh my God.
And so the mom and daughter were just like hunkered down inside of this cabin that we were in at one point, just with the shotgun, until that noise just went away. It was as high up as I was explaining, as high up as the scratch marks were. And that's why I will never buy a house in the woods that the windows are that low.
Let's go stay at that cabin.
I want to, like, I still want to, because it's still available.
I'm going
but
with
you have to stay. You have to stay at it, just knowing that story.
You don't even believe in them.
Well, here's my problem with Bigfoot. Okay, logically thinking, so he's seen in different parts, right? So there's got to be more than one. Shouldn't they like it? Aren't they breeding and stuff? I mean, because it's been going on for years and years and years. Why wouldn't you run across like a whole colony of them? Why is there only just one?
I don't know, but I believe in them.
I think there's a lot of colonies of them. They communicate.
And then you never find a baby Bigfoot.
You do. You know, like people have seen baby Bigfoots. Yeah, and then the mama gets mad, and then
And Bigfoot bones. Where are Bigfoot bones? They find dinosaur bones, but they don't find Bigfoot bones.
Listen, I think that the Bigfoots love each other enough that they carry their bodies home and they give them a burial.
Yeah.
I know you guys think I'm weird, but it's true.
It could be. That could be. But even then, you have excavators. I guess that's a word, right? Who dig up dinosaur bones, right? And they put them in the Smithsonian.
Maybe they will find them like years from now.
Okay, so what about the Ice Age men that you find? You know, I know that there's.
I wonder if those are hoaxes.
Oh,
because
dear
they
Oh
Lord.
my
actually,
God. You don't believe in nothing.
Here we
but
go.
they've proven though that a lot of the dinosaur bones are actually faked, that they weren't real bone.
You know
They
what's
were.
cool
They
here?
have.
There's a place called Dinosaur Ridge here, and on that ridge, it's like pterodactyl feet that are burned into the rock. So, like, whenever the Big Bang happened, um, or the whatever happened with the dinosaurs, they ended up just getting like their footprints are just burned into the rock all over.
That's weird.
It is.
That's very weird. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that.
You
I don't think that the earth is as old as they say that it is.
have you ever like in school went to like what are they called? A gravel quarry.
No.
And no, so in Wisconsin we used to go to a gravel quarry and we used to fossil.
You found
And
fossils?
oh yeah, we used to just and I mean every I guess there are plenty because every school year we did it, you know. And we'd usually find those little round things with the shell. They kind of look like big
The
um
roly polies?
polies. Yeah, they look like
Roly
really
poly?
big roly polies. That's all we'd ever find. But literally we'd fossil them right out of the quarry.
But I wonder where would the bones come from them? They did have some that they found in museums that were like plaster of Paris kind of deals. And they put them all together and form this dinosaur and then tell kids, yeah, well, we found this, we dug this dinosaur up. But then when they tested them, they weren't bone at all. And they busted them out. That's been like, what, 30, 40 years ago?
Oh my
I think I
god.
wasn't, I wasn't too old when I was like, oh, so see, they lie. People lie. So yeah, there's that. But yeah,
People
and
lie.
I wonder how long does it take to make a fossil? Because they say, millions of years. I'm like, does it really take that long to make a
Probably
fossil?
not with the 3D printing. Oh, here we go.
So see now, all of a sudden, people are going to start finding all kinds of stuff with 3D printing. Looky here, it's Yoda. See, Yoda really did exist.
There's a couple of just weird things in around the world and especially in Colorado. I've heard even in Arizona there's a place where like one person will stand on one side of a house and the other person will stand on the other side of the house and they're like literally 8 feet tall and 3 feet tall. Just standing on different sides of the houses. I don't know what is it called, the line of the equator, the
Yeah,
equator line.
that's
And
weird.
there's all kinds of like magnetic things that happen on that line.
I do believe in that because I think that part of the problem with like the Bermuda Triangle is the gases that come up from that part of the ocean and that it's got some sort of a magnetic effect. And that's why ships go missing and planes go missing and all that kind of stuff. So I
That's
do
true.
believe in that. They're saying, oh, it's haunted or it's the devil's triangle or
I think
whatever.
they did some research and there is some kind of
Yeah.
like where it interrupts
Gases.
the instruments. Yeah.
Mhm. That stuff, I think there's an explanation for. However, ghosts, believe in
Oh
those
God.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, but like Wolfman, like
Skinwalkers.
vampires, yeah, skinwalkers. I don't know how I feel about
Do you
skinwalkers.
believe in ghosts that flush a toilet?
Yes,
Yes.
That's what happens here.
I don't think they're
Listen.
using your
It
potty
doesn't.
though.
I do.
I think they're just being
Here's the thing:
assholes.
it doesn't happen every day. It just. Remember yesterday I said a toilet just flushed again.
She said it randomly. We'll be talking about
Yes,
anything. She's like, and my toilet just flushed again.
it does. I mean, I'm not lying.
No, I believe you.
I need to put a camera in the bathroom.
I
And
do. I believe in ghosts, sweet
GoPro.
crazy. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that but when you start talking all these crazy dimensions, I can't wrap my head around it. And I'm like, well, okay, I don't know. And I don't believe in extraterrestrials. I think
I do. I do.
why would they
I
come
do.
here? There's no intelligent life here for real.
There's no intelligent life.
We've
on
got
here.
to, yeah, but
Yeah.
you've got to be. I mean, this place is a really big place. We can't be the only ones.
Right. Exactly. It'd be kind of arrogant to think we're the only people in this
Well, then
world.
Arrogant.
I'm arrogant.
They're arrogant. No, seriously. I mean, think about it. I mean, the universe, how big is the universe? Is there like, and I go down that too. I like watching about, how hot some of these planets are and how cold some of these planets are. Like if you step foot on certain planets, you would immediately crystallize. It's that cold,
Hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
or you would immediately evaporate because it's that hot.
And seriously, why? Okay, I don't get this either. Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. I don't get it. So why are we going to other planets to find out what exactly? If we want to live there?
Yes.
I don't, if they can colonize there, I
Listen, have you
yeah.
looked at some of these places?
Yeah.
There's no trees, no grass,
No
no
water.
water. Do you want to live there?
Yes, sweet
No.
crazy, my ghost has to pee too.
But
Yes.
what if there's a comparable Earth?
If there's something better than here, then I'd go. But I'm just saying. I don't understand. I mean, like if you're going past a planet and you go, yeah, okay, first of all, it's got all these rings around it and they're rocks and they're gonna
Yeah.
pummel
Yeah.
you if you cross that field. So there's that. And then there's one way, way out there called Pluto that's like so deathly cold. I mean, I like cold, but seriously. Pelosi? No, Pelosi's
No.
she's a fossilized creature. She needs to be in the Smithsonian because I don't believe she still has a pulse. I think that she's AI at this point. They've just put computer chips in her. I mean, or either that or she's pickled herself from drinking so much. When I worked in a medical office a few years ago, I would feel hands on my shoulders, but no, oh, Jim. Ooh, was it cold kind of feeling? What if you felt my hands on your
See,
shoulders,
I
Carla?
can't do that. I can't.
Carla would
No.
be at my house. She would drive to my house.
I
Okay,
would.
I'm not going home.
Literally.
You're just gonna have to call my
Well,
husband.
you
and
saw
tell-
where it sat down on my bed.
Yeah,
Like it seriously,
I
I
saw
got
that.
that on video.
yeah.
So, that wasn't my imagination. And I watched another video the other day, and it's same thing happened to this guy.
It was cold
Um,
hands. That's
Somebody sat down on his bed and exactly the same thing. You see the bed, like the indentation on the bed. It's like so weird.
see. I don't know. I don't know if I could stay, or I'd be like Sagen, and I don't know. I'd set fire to the house until everybody had burned down by accident. Oopsie, and I have to move. Haunted by a woman who was
You
murdered
had
in
a
the apartment
haunted
next
house.
to me.
You had a haunted house. You remember you told me that story about the little girl.
Yeah, but like my parents were there. Oh no, that was where I worked. That was when that was.
But didn't you and your sister see a ghost in your basement?
We never saw it. We just knew it was there.
Oh,
It was
you
like
thought.
you could maybe get a glimpse of a shadow out of the corner of your eye, but that was it. And it wasn't it wasn't a human form shadow. It was just a little lumpy looking thing.
But you did see a ghost where you worked.
Yes, absolutely. Little girl dressed in period clothes. It was like a tea-length dress. It had a little ribbon around the waist. She had long hair. She had part of it pulled back, at the top, and had a ribbon in her hair. And she was carrying a little doll, but I could see right through her. She was transparent, and I was like, "Don't panic, just don't move." She stopped. She looked at me, and then she looked forward and kept walking. Yeah. You lived there for 8 days and then moved? Okay, so how come we've never heard this story? Haunted by a woman who was murdered in the apartment next to me. Dear
No.
God, we need to hear this story. What the heck? You're
Monday
holding out?
Freak people out day.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't still to this day at my age watch scary things at night.
You remember when Winky came up on panel and showed those pictures of her spirits in her house?
I did not see that.
Oh my God.
I did not see that one. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I was absent from class that day. That's why I'm not here. I do not live in a 100-year-old house. Yes, you're going to have to tell us your story.
Yes.
Who is that? Was
That's
it 10-11?
Mimi 5150.
Maybe 5150.
I can't.
That is
Oh, she'll tell us all tomorrow on panel if you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna have to tell your Mimi 5150 story too.
Please. That is so stinking cute. We're never going to let her forget that, are we?
Mm-mm.
Kids are the
That is
best,
so-
man.
Oh my God, they are. Out
I
of the
love that.
mouth of
That's
babes.
what I may do the rest of the day is like watch some of the old reruns of Kids Say the Darndest Things
Those are so cute.
because they're funny. Oh my gosh. They
Do you
are.
remember when Bill Cosby used to do that a long
Yes.
time
Yes.
ago?
Yes.
Yes.
And Art Linkletter did it originally.
Uh-huh.
And some of his are hysterical because it was back, when they didn't talk about a lot of things on TV and that it would come out of their mouth. What did they look like? The things that they were showing. Who was it that was on panel that was showing?
I think it was Winky, and one was an old man, and I can't remember what the other one was. I have to have her up on camera. She showed the pictures, and it was really creepy. The old man was the creepiest one, and she had seen it, so she stood back and she took a picture, and it really comes out in this picture.
Hey, Angel Eyes.
Hi, Angel Eyes.
Or Kimberly. So who here seriously believes that there's such a thing as Bigfoot? I need to know. I'm
I do.
gonna start doing
I
research.
believe it. I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
You do. Okay. I know Jen does.
Mhm.
Mhm.
She goes, real quiet.
Because I know you're laughing at me.
No, I don't.
No, I thought it was funny when you said you didn't want windows that were low down,
No,
wanted them high up
right.
because you don't want to see Bigfoot. That's what I found funny.
Oh my God. That was cute. I must admit that was pretty cute.
Yeah, it was.
Would you have the choice of having windows? I mean, say you believed in Bigfoot as much as I believed in it. Would you choose, if you had the choice, to have windows down below so Bigfoot could enter at his own will? Or
You know
would
what
you
I
have,
think about? I think about bears is what I think about.
meh, you can shoot a bear.
Yeah, you can, but
Okay, so you can't shoot Bigfoot?
No one's ever shot him.
that's another thing that I have a problem with. Is that there's been so many sightings. Like if someone wanted to make money, can you imagine how much money they'd make if they,
That's right. If
you
they
know,
mounted a
shot
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot?
Mimi. So the baby went with Papa yesterday to McDonald's and there were birds lined up on the wire. He said, I wonder why they're lined up the same distance apart. She said they were practicing social distance.
I can't with her.
Oh my God, she's so stinking cute.
The Hendersons, right? That's I now believe in that Bigfoot. The Hendersons, sure.
I liked when she have a pop. Mimi comes in and she says, "Is it okay to give her a popsicle for breakfast?"
Heck yeah, Mom ain't nowhere around. Your
And she
grandma,
goes,
you can do whatever
First
you
of all,
want.
she says it tastes really good, and then she says it tastes awful.
She's like, but you just ate it.
Wants another one.
To make sure that one's not as crappy as the one you just downed. Oh, okay.
Yeah, doesn't taste the same after you've taken a few licks off it.
It's like the story of that Bill Cosby tells about the baby that he had that would climb up on the cabinet, build this, this amazing design to get up on the cabinet and then reach into the cookie jar. But the kids forget that sound travels. So you hear the wrapper of the cookies.
Oh
and
my God, that is
what are you doing? He's like, I'm getting you a cookie. Yeah, okay. He said, but I don't want a cookie. Well, then can I have it?
We want chocolate cake. We want chocolate cake. And then he thinks to himself, well, what's in chocolate cake? Flour.
Well, we're debating over whether Angel Eyes is Bigfoot real or no. And I need to know why there's not more of them, why they don't commune, why
I think they're just they're secretive. Okay, so let's put it this way. You know how many endangered animals that we find, or new animals that we find?
Yeah.
every so many years. We find them
Yeah.
out there and we're like, oh,
Right.
they never existed. I mean, just 2 years ago, we found something in the sea deep down below that was never there, that we never knew about.
Well, Galapagos Island,
Why
there were
not?
many species on there that we didn't know about. So
So,
that's true.
and so a lot of them just have that natural, and they've probably existed forever, and they've been able to survive either underground or in caves. And there's a lot of remote places in the world. There's just a lot of remote places in the world that maybe they can get to that we can't, right? 15, 16,000 feet on
True.
mountains.
They live on
She
Everest.
also forgot her toothbrush, and she said, "It's okay. I'll just use Papa's."
So no, honey, you can't do that. I just scrubbed the toilet with that.
She would too.
She's so stinking cute.
She
Oh
is
my God.
funny. She is so funny. Mm-mm.
Well, I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in the Loch Ness Monster. And
Do you really?
I believe,
Absolutely.
yes, I do. And I believe in aliens. So there's 3 rabbit
So,
holes.
okay, but how old do you think the Loch Ness Monster is?
Old.
Oh, prehistoric.
Yep.
Prehistoric.
There's videos of him swimming, Misty.
Yes.
How come nobody's ever caught him or got pictures of him?
Because he dives deep, 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 deep.
How
he's
deep is
huge.
the loch?
He's huge.
I mean, loch is lake, right? So how deep can it be? Right?
I think is a loch a lake, or is it a boat plane? I don't
No,
know.
it's another name for lake. It's the Gaelic, I think.
Okay.
So it's a lake. So I mean, how deep can it be?
Deep
Where
enough to
can he
hold him.
hide? I mean, if they're out there trying to take pictures of him, where could he hide?
Under the sand. Why do you laugh every time I give you an answer?
I don't know. In between species of ape and man. Okay, but see then. Okay, so here's my theory about ape and man, and we ascended from ape, right? Why are there still apes? If
Because
that's
they
how that
haven't
worked.
made it.
They
with
haven't
man.
evolved into Bigfoot yet.
Yeah.
But
No, ask me where we came from. I don't know.
so
We're in
like
between.
so like God makes ape, and then he eventually
Makes
he's
man.
old and mammoth, has great survival skills. I know some guys like that, but they
That's
would
what I'm
call them
saying.
Bubba, not Bigfoot. I'm just
Good
saying,
morning, hounds.
he likes to go in the water. Hey, hound. So okay, so
I don't
picture
know.
God makes an ape, right? Let's see, then he makes Bigfoot, or he evolves into Bigfoot, and God's there. Oh hell no, no. He can't have that much hair. So he just sticks man in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how to do this.
There are some things unexplained.
Exactly. I don't know. Well, I just think that at some point, wouldn't they kind of evolve and start eating off of dishes and things? Bigfoot? Or like, build little Bigfoot cities,
They don't want to be part of our community.
Bigfoot colonies.
They're still animals, probably at heart. They're not all humanoid.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But you would think that, okay, maybe they're not social creatures.
Exactly.
But wouldn't you find baby Bigfoot feet and stuff like that?
They have.
Oh, my gross neighbor also has hair like an.
Does he have hairy nipples? We need to
You know
know
what?
this.
My husband doesn't have a lot of hair. But
The visual I'm getting
hairy
from this
guys
neighbor
are-
is
don't you think hairy guys are kind of a turnoff? The ones that have hair up to their neck
yeah.
and then one eyebrow that goes straight across and then back hair. I think that's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of gross.
That's
I'm
Bigfoot.
sorry, I do.
One eyebrow.
I
It
concur.
I can't.
Haven't you ever seen like elbow? He's got like
Okay, no, LaDonna has the answer. Hold on. Ancient aliens or the reptilians created humans for work labor.
Look, and that's
Did
the
they
other
create
thing.
did they create the Bigfoot?
Like I can understanding aliens, but I cannot understand the war.
The
the different,
reptilian.
yes, the war between the reptilians and the humans and whatever I can't understand. This isn't Star
I'm sorry.
Trek.
I just don't believe in the reptilians. I
I'm
don't.
having a hard time with the reptilians completely.
I am too. I'm really having a hard time with that one.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, no.
But yet I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in the Loch Ness Monster, and I believe in, and it's not just in Loch Ness. They've been
There's more.
sighted all over the place in those deep lakes.
There's more.
Don't
Yes,
you
it
think
is.
it's
Sweet crazy.
lonely? I mean, can't you see the Bigfoot being lonely and wanting a mate?
No.
Yeah, but maybe they have a mate, and they're very protective of their families. So they only go out to forage for food or whatever.
Or their mate died in their
Come on
breathing.
now. You gotta be like a little.
Hounds, have you ever seen a Bigfoot? Come on, fess up.
Well, I've seen pictures of them.
Same.
I don't know about you two.
Reptilians. Where's that? What's that farm that you were talking about? Where?
Shape-shifting reptilians.
No, that place, that ranch that you were talking about.
I remember.
A shape shifting, or what is it? That ranch, that weird ranch.
Is it in Texas?
See, LaDonna says that
think so.
Bigfoot live in family groups.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Not talking about my ex's family. They would probably qualify, but I'm just saying. You're having a hard time with this conversation. We just woke Sweet Crazy up. She's like, am I freaking dreaming? Are we talking about this shit? Yes, we are.
No, watch the Travel Channel. They always have stuff about aliens, a Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, so do you
believe in the Area 51 aliens? I do.
I do too. Roswell,
I do believe in that. Yes, I do.
See, I don't know how I feel about that.
Skinwalker Ranch. That's
yeah,
what
but what is a skinwalker?
I don't know. What is a skinwalker?
The ladies stay in the caves.
I'm going to Google it because I don't know what a skinwalker is, to be honest with you.
A skinwalker. It's not.
What is it?
It's I think it's Indian lore, isn't it?
Skinwalker.
You do 100% believe in UFOs? That just terrifies the crap out of me. If it's true. Now, did you watch the movie the other night, Jen? The Fourth Kind?
No, I saved it.
We should all watch it together.
My God.
Yeah, because I think you and I are the only two people that have seen it.
In the Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise himself as an animal. The term is never used for healers.
Well, keep that in mind. Don't make
there
that
you
mistake.
Go. That's what a skinwalker is.
Yeah, it's like it's Indian lore, isn't it? Native American lore. Oh my God, they're after me.
I was gonna say.
Oh God, hide me.
There's been 2 fire trucks that have gone by my house into the condos across the street. I hope there's no fire.
Skinwalker Ranch is pretty terrifying, I must say. And I don't have any explanation for that. Like, the
skinwalker. Yeah. A wolf-like creature that is bipedal. Bipedal, that means it walks on its 2 legs, right?
Right. Yeah. You all better behave yourself. Oh God.
Behave yourself. Oh my God.
Mimi.
I love that Mimi 5150. That is the perfect name for you.
I don't know, I don't know how I feel because they're that, spiritual realm where UFOs are not. They're like actual Bigfoot's here. Run, y'all.
Oh no.
Bigfoot's in the house. Coming to get you.
There, see? They're even on the internet. So they've
evolved.
YouTube.
They've evolved. They're
on YouTube. They've evolved and they're here.
Yep. Do you want me to give you Bigfoot? Would you like Jen's address? You can't get in her windows, so they're too high up. Driving around
like Like, hey,
in a Mini Cooper, right? Where they're all hunched over.
oh my God, did you see that commercial? Oh, that's funny. Or was it? It might have been a short film.
You
Carla's just
actually
too
got,
famous now.
yeah, she actually got
Oh, I
Bigfoot
don't
in
know.
her stream.
Yes, Bigfoot. Yes.
I
See,
I
you
just
talk
don't know.
about it, they appear.
I think I could believe in UFOs quicker than I could Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. I think.
Oh, okay. You've seen you know Amy on the Dead
Yeah,
Files,
yeah,
and you believe what she says when she talks about ghosts.
yeah.
Well, why wouldn't it be true that she saw
I
aliens?
don't know. My
What if
brain just
Okay,
goes
and
to
she
another
has
place when
seen
she starts talking
aliens.
about it.
She's seen them.
I'm like, Amy,
Oh,
that can't be. I can't watch. When she's like, no, they're like, well, is it a ghost? She's like, no, it's worse. And you're like, oh God,
yeah.
UFOs, here we go. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
I think I
why,
only saw the one where she actually saw aliens.
Yeah.
but and then here's the thing too. Okay, so then people have been talking about the movie Signs, but Hounds, no, you need to see the fourth kind. It will
Yeah.
completely freak you out.
Oh my God.
Me, the big UFO non-believer, if I was going to believe in one, that movie would make me
Well,
believe in it.
it's true.
Yeah.
You know, it is true.
I know
It
that's
isn't
what I'm
it
hearing.
can't they took it from a true story.
Yes,
So
from out of Alaska.
And
you're
it's
right.
not the only case that's happened to.
No, the universe
I
is
like the
vast.
movie Signs too. Those
I
aliens
love
were
Signs.
creepy.
I was going to say, using the term intelligent loosely, I was going to say, well, I don't know how intelligent we are, but how intelligent are they? Because they keep coming back and running experiments on us. You'd think after the first,
Well,
I don't know, 100
well,
people, they'd
but
be
they're
like,
from like a far off universe, so you know,
What if they're
but they,
I
taking
guess.
care of us?
I see Bigfoot.
What do they want with us?
I
Instead
don't,
of dead
like, are we
people,
a
I'd like to
food
see Bigfoot.
source? Are we a food source?
You know, Stephen Hawking once said that if we ever were visited by aliens, they'd only come for one reason. And this is what history says. Whenever we invade a country, we always go for their resources.
Yeah, but are we the resources?
We have something, and we might be. But I do not believe that we live in some tiny, like, little piece of sand on some cat's necklace.
Well, that's true. Why? My computer is so stupid. Why? I'm thinking Bigfoot got it. Oh, this is so weird. I think my my husband got, cordless stuff. And so I think my batteries are like going dead in my keyboard and my mouse sometimes. So I don't know. Wait, okay, wait. So yes, in my opinion. Wait, what I forgot what the question was. So you think that we're a food source or we're operator error? Smack you hard, LaDonna. You think we're a food source? Oh, the resources. Okay. So we need a movie night. We do need a movie night. And that's what I'm thinking we need to watch. Just because of this discussion today. Yeah. Twilight Zone episode to serve. I've not seen that one. No. How did it end up? Are there things they're gonna come for? I'm not an intelligent life source, so they're not gonna come for me. Good luck, all y'all. I'm gonna play dumb and go start eating my boogers or something, and they'll go. Now, not that one. Don't test that one. Stay away from her. They came to eat us. Stop it, Mimi. Do you think they've come to eat us? I don't taste good. I'm high in fat. Somebody needs to tell them
Oh,
that.
please.
No, I'm serious. Tell them. I don't care.
You know, I mukbanged and you didn't even know it.
I believe you did because you got really quiet. I'm on to you, girl.
I don't like people
to get
hear me.
laid. Well,
I
see,
was like, you know what? I just before that, I took a drink of coffee and it went down the wrong pipe, and I almost thought I was going to choke to death.
and you had us on mute. We could have never sent 911 to your house to save you. See? Just saying.
No, And there's something going on around my house. There's like 3 fire trucks across the street and a police car. So I don't know. Something's going on. I don't know what. But
You've been home invaded and you don't even know it. Not
there's
Bigfoot.
aliens.
What if
Wait.
Bigfoot's in your
aliens out
backyard?
there.
Have you ever noticed that they never come during the day?
Who, Bigfoot?
Aliens.
Or aliens? Why don't they?
I don't know.
And okay, so Sweet Crazy has a good point. She thought they just came down to get laid. Okay, so like there's always that sexual component to these UFO people, right?
And always, yeah, they always talk about that too.
That creeps me out big time. But here's my thing. Why don't you just ask us? So, dude, what's it like? Why you got to knock us out, put us to sleep, and probe us? They're nocturnal.
And are they intelligent enough to speak, like understand our language or anything?
What if they're running our country?
Maybe they are. There you go. Maybe
What if they're running our military?
Maybe they're the ones that were in charge of the voting.
I think actually they're the ones in charge of distribution of toilet paper. Why they're missing all of a sudden?
You know what? Our stores are getting bare too, Jen. I went to the store yesterday and there was like not a lot of meat.
Mimi's got an answer for everything. They're advanced. They read your mind.
Oh.
Telepathic.
Yes.
Then how come they don't communicate better with us? Because they don't feel a need to?
I guess.
Probably.
That could be.
I know. I'm going to get my tinfoil out here in a minute. Yeah. We're all joking aside.
Joking aside.
Some people believe in it. Some people don't.
Yeah.
You know, I keep trying to figure out reasons.
There's enough
why.
shows on TV where a lot of people believe it. They search for them. They hunt them.
My thing, and I think this thing, too.
And there's a lot of shows about aliens. There's a lot of shows about the Loch Ness Monster. So, yeah, I know.
Has there been anything lately on Loch Ness, though?
I don't think so.
Not lately, but I've seen, I watched that Paranormal Caught on Tape.
Yeah.
And every once in a while they'll show, videos of that they've caught on video.
We could use
Notice
small
how
mouths.
their mouths are very small. You could use smaller mouths.
So-
Just saying.
And less
Yeah, I
telepathic
agree.
skills.
Yeah.
I think that they're the ones that put it in our head that we should all eat our uteruses after we give birth
Oh, dear
or whatever.
God.
Ooh, put that.
Placenta. Sorry, not
I've
uterus.
I've heard the men do that too. The husbands sometimes do that. That is wrong. I'm
Don't
sorry.
cows
For what purpose,
Don't
right?
cows do that? Don't cows do that?
Yeah.
They
And
eat their own
horses, animals, dogs, cats.
Yeah.
Truck drivers are overworked. I agree, Mimi. I agree. But yeah, okay, so they have these little bitty small mouths, so they can't eat us unless they put us in a veggie blender or some kind of. I'm just saying. Why? Here's my thing with the UFOs. Okay, so like this has been going on since whenever, right? Like 20s, 30s, you hear reports, of people seeing UFOs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get on with it, man. We're in 2020. Okay, enough of the experimenting. Do what you're going to do. Like, are you going to wage war? What are you going to do? Why is it taking them so long? If they're so advanced, if they're so intelligent, then why didn't they figure that out in the first, 5 years and go, yeah, they're worthless. Let's just take them over. I'm just saying.
So we've got to have some sort of resource for them.
I think Mimi's purposely trying to scare me. She thinks she's trying to tell me they're going to put us in a blender and suck us through straws.
Oh, good God.
I know.
Watch, I'm going to get visited by a UFO tonight. Thanks, Mimi.
Did you see what LaDonna said?
No,
More freaking police cars. Truckers are banning again Biden's over fracking per Fox News.
Oh. Banning against him. Okay. UFOs have been throughout history. Biblical paintings. Really? Okay, so let's talk about this airport in Colorado, Miss Colorado. Let's
Oh
talk about that.
yes.
Oh.
What's down there?
Well, first of all,
Aliens?
I think there is a bunker.
Okay.
And you can, that's all over. If you want to look at it, it's all over. You can
But
look.
what's down there? Is it
But
for the elite?
the only story I've heard of is that guy that was looking for the elevator in the airport and he just randomly found one and it led to a basement. And so he went down there and he was searching this huge hallway for a basement and he walked through this huge door. I mean, it was really tall.
Yeah.
And he went in there and there's this urinal that was just too high and too tall, something a human wouldn't be able to use at all. And so he
Okay, that's
he got
creepy.
the hell out of there as soon as he can. I've noticed in the Denver airport that they corral you. Like, so I've been to a lot of other airports where you get off and then your plane gets off at a gate and you onboard at the gate.
Right.
And then you come through at the airport in Denver. All the planes get off. They put you in like a bus and then you go to the airport and you all come out of one area. So there could be 5, planes that are arriving and all those people are coming out of just this one corralled area. My other question would be, I don't understand why the Denver airport is so big when the people are so corralled. You're really only using 25% of that airport. I don't understand the rest of the space.
That is kind of creepy. Ever been felt up as an airport? I told my mom, if you're looking for a good time, just go to the airport, pretend like you're going somewhere.
Most I've ever been felt up is at an airport.
Right. That's why I told Mom
What are
that.
you doing?
Right. It's like, why are you touching me there? Are you an alien? Stop it. Yeah, and they've got the paintings. That's what when Helms was saying about the UFO and the biblical paintings and seeing the UFO thing. That's what struck me the most odd were the paintings.
Yes.
In the Colorado airport.
The Illuminati.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Reptilians. Here we go.
Where's LaDonna when you need her?
But so is the Illuminati, is that actually the Freemasons, or the Freemasons are a part of the Illuminati? Is the Illuminati, the old order of the Rose, the Knights of the Rose, or what is the Illuminati? The Rothschilds?
It goes way back. LaDonna might know more about that, but there's some history behind the Illuminati and how far they go back.
But they supposedly mated with reptilians?
Oh, see, I don't know any of that.
See, I don't know.
have no idea about that. You have to ask LaDonna.
I believe in Bigfoot. And
she's the expert on all that freaky stuff. I always call them lizard people, but are reptilians.
Yeah. She said she took off so much clothing that she expected to see dollar bills stuffed in her underwear. To the Knights Templar. Hey, Scarlett. Yeah, back to the Knights Templar. Right. And the Holy Grail.
Goes back to the Knights.
Oh, wow, that old.
Do you think they'll ever find the Holy Grail? You can find Bigfoot, but you can't find the Holy Grail.
Or Noah's Ark.
Oh. Yeah,
well,
Noah's Ark.
Didn't they supposedly find Noah's Ark or remnants of it?
I thought they did. I thought I heard they did.
They did, but they couldn't get to it.
Mount Ararat. It's in Mount Ararat or something like that.
Could be.
I don't know. But then they built that replica. I would love to see that. I thought it was a cocktail. You thought it was a cocktail. What? What was?
Jen just hopped off.
Oh, Jen. Because Bigfoot got her.
Yeah, big. See that? See what happens?
Does anybody ever see Bigfoot during the day? They do, don't they?
Yes, all the time. All the time. All the
ancient Egypt, the blood families and secret societies. Well, there's supposed to be something too in Australia. That woman that was saying a bunch of stuff. Oh, I loved Monty Python's Holy Grail. I love Monty Python's hysterical. Life of Brian was my favorite. That was my favorite. But I have a very sick sense of humor too. So there's that.
That's true. That is true.
What, my sense of humor?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
it's pretty.
I'm gonna close. Oh, it's 3 hours. Moving on.
Good
Can you
God.
imagine?
Just
Did you guys
backing
miss
away,
me?
man.
We were not on all last week, but we'll be back tomorrow.
We will. And we're going to do some funniest criminals.
Funniest criminals and true crimes.
Yes.
So you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully.
Love y'all. Have
Yeah,
a good day.
love you so much.
Bye.
Bye.